You know what time it is. It's time for Late Nights with Santana. So sit back, get your popcorn, tap the screen, and enjoy. Guys, tap, tap, tap the screen, share the live out as you come in. Go ahead and do your little heart me thing, and that will help push the live, help get us out to the FYP, help make sure that we can have some amazing, amazing conversations. Tap, tap, tap the screen. We're at 3,000 likes. Once we can get up to 8,000 likes, we will go ahead and open up the panel. E, what's going on?
Hi. I don't remember what to say. Like, hi. What it do?
What it do? What the business is? Hey Alexa, stop.
22s with the spinning rooms. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Hello, 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 everyone. I hope everyone is having an amazing,
Hey,
wonderful,
Tasha.
wonderful night.
Whew, I am.
I know that's right. I know that's right, E.
It's gonna be fun tonight.
It is gonna be a heck of a night. Listen, guys, as Kamala Express, okay.
Oh God.
Whatever, dude.
Sure, Jan.
Jess, it is. Guys, as we start to get in, tap, tap, tap the screen, share the live out. Let's get this thing up to 8,000 likes so we can open up the panel. So I have a special request for the panel. I know that we have a couple of people that are requesting up. And I know that, we definitely want people who are voting for Donald Trump. We definitely want people that are voting for Kamala Harris. But I would like to put an APB out for some new people. So if you're here
For Jill
and
Stein?
you have never... No, not for Jill Stein. If you have never joined the panel and you wanted an opportunity to speak, please, please, please go ahead and request up. I want to make sure that we hear your voice. No matter if you are a Kamala Harris supporter, if you are a Chris, you better not, Chris, when I let you on this panel, you better not say nothing about Jill Stein. Not one thing.
Yes. If you are supporting Jill Stein,
If you are
please.
supporting Jill Stein, you do not get a voice here.
You do not. He
even
will
a little
drop
bit.
you.
I will.
He
I
will
will.
drop you.
I will absolutely drop you. But yeah, go ahead and request up again if you are. We're almost at 8,000 likes. So again, if you are new, or not necessarily new, but if you've never been up on the panel and you want to come up
join
and
us.
we definitely want some people up here as well.
You like my mug? Can you see it?
I
It's the
cannot. What does it say?
It's the communism mug.
Ah, okay.
Oh, I have something else I wanted to show you. Hey, Chris.
What do you have to show me?
I'll be back. Go ahead, talk to Chris.
Guys, as we start to get on the panel, go ahead and please mute yourself. And again, if you, I want to get a chance to get a few people up here that we have not spoken with. So if you would like to come up and join the conversation and you have not been a part of the panel, please go ahead and request up. I want to go ahead and get this conversation started. If you are supporting Kamala Harris and you want to be involved in the conversation, if you are supporting Donald Trump and you want to be involved with the conversation, please go ahead and request up. We're going to go ahead and get this thing started. And as you hit the panel, please go ahead and mute yourself. All right. Hey, look at there. Okay.
See, this is the big one. This is the one that I hope you can order the boys. I know the
I apparently ordered the wrong one.
Yeah, but this is the big one right here.
Yeah, no.
It's
I
pretty
apparently ordered the wrong one, which is no bueno.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we have a panel full. So I want to go ahead and get these conversations started. I want to go around the panel one by one, and I want to do a quick introduction. So I know a few of you, not everyone. But again, we will go around the panel one by one, and I would like to know who you're voting for and what's the biggest reason why. What's the biggest reason why? We'll start with Chris. Chris, if you say Jill Stein, you will be dropped.
I literally said in the chat that was gross. Okay, so I'm voting for Kamala Harris on 3 buckets: peace in the Middle East, economics that favors everybody, and anti-fascist rhetoric.
Perfect. Thank you, Chris. The Black Historian, how are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. Can you tell the people who you voted for and what was the biggest reason why?
I voted for Kamala Harris because of home ownership. She's making it easier for people to buy homes.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Let's go to Alisa. Alisa, how are you this evening?
Hi, I'm good.
All right. And Alisa, who are you voting for and what's the biggest reason why?
I voted for Kamala Harris. My biggest reason for voting for her is getting AB rights back, her tax credit for new children. I want to become a mother one day, so having that tax credit will help us, and also her $25K for first-time home buyers will help me and my boyfriend out in the future. So that is a plus.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Go back on mute for me. Corey, how are you this evening?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Corey, I know we've been trying to get you up here, and the timing just never works out right. Corey, can you tell the people who you're voting for and what's the biggest reason why?
I'm voting for Kamala because, one, she's a better candidate, and we cannot let Mango Mussolini back in that office.
It's the Mango Messiah. All right, thank you so much, Corey. TJ, how are you this evening, my brother?
Hey, how are you doing?
Wonderful. Can you tell the people who you're voting for and what's the biggest reason why?
I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she's black. Anybody got a problem with that?
Okay, TJ.
Okay.
But
I didn't
Yeah,
hear anybody object.
I said it with a full chest.
Yeah.
Please come at me.
He did.
Absolutely. Thank you, TJ. Generic person, how are you this evening?
Doing well, thank you. And yourself?
Wonderful. Generic person, who are you voting for in this upcoming election? What's the biggest reason why?
Harris, of course, because Trump tried to overthrow our government, and he's a racist, wannabe fascist, and he will ruin our country. So there's no other choice than Harris in my mind.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And last but not least, Javon, how are you this evening, my brother?
What's up? Good evening. I will be voting for Kamala Debbie Harris next Tuesday because she is the first presidential candidate to have experience in all three branches of government. So I will be voting for her next Tuesday.
Got it. E, can you tell Javon what we actually discovered about that fact? Can you clarify?
Yeah. Hey, bro. So, Javon, with the three branches of government, it does not take away anything from Kamala because she still is the most qualified. It's just that she hasn't served in the judicial branch of government because being an attorney, actually, if she were an attorney at the federal level, then it would be the executive branch. But as a vice president and also as a senator, she served in the executive and the legislative branches. The judicial branch is just the Supreme Court and the lower federal courts, along with the Law Research Center. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, got you. Thank you, Erica and Santana. She's still overqualified. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm still. I will be throwing my hat for Vice President Harris.
Absolutely. All right, guys. So got a little bit of bad news. This is a panel full of friendly. Exactly.
Sorry.
So, what I want to do is we can go through the panel, but I'm gonna have to get a couple of people down because I want to open it up and get a couple of Trump people or Trump supporters on the panel. I don't want it to be just all us, just sitting around telling each other, yes, bitch, yes. So I just want us to be able to actually have some conversations. E, am I wrong?
You're not wrong, but I never know what to expect with you.
All right, so this is what I want to do. Let me just let's run through this, guys, and this is just for everybody on the panel and everybody in the chat. And if you're a Trump supporter, what I would like to do is I would like to get at least 3 Trump supporters up here. That in my ideal world. So if you're voting for Donald Trump and you want to come up and you want to tell us why, please, please, please go ahead and request up, and we will make space for you in the box. But in the meantime, in between time, let me just cover a couple of things just to make sure that we are able to have these conversations, make sure that we are able to continue to talk and we do things to protect your TikTok account and also the overall live. So guys, I just want to remind you guys of those TikTok friendly words like pew pew, mustache man, snotzy, unalive, AB, schmex, C19. All of those type of words that are really friendly, and it allows us to keep talking with no issues. Also, just to remind the people on the panel and people in the chat that this is a safe and friendly community. What does that mean? That means we don't do any of the isms, racism, sexism, classism. We also don't do any of the phobias, homophobia, transphobia, none of that. We don't play that on the panel, and we definitely don't play that in the comments. Speaking of the comments, guys, please remember that caps are for mods. The caps actually draw my attention to the chat, and I want to be able to focus on the conversation on the panel. With that being said, we are at 20,000 likes. Let's keep tapping the screen. Let's go ahead and get this thing up to 25,000 likes. We do have a nightly donation goal. It's $250. If you enjoy the live, enjoy the information, the entertainment, the education, please consider donating. It's going to be at Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the bio. It's the best way to actually support the live. And I want to just go ahead and say W's in the chat and W's on the panel for Corey, who added $5 to the nightly donation already. So we are only Corey said, I gotta fix it. Corey does not like it when she sees like zeros, like anything, if it's a 10 or 20, like she does not like zeros. So Corey added $5 to the nightly donation goal, meaning we're only $245 away. So please consider donating. And also, please don't forget about E, because E had a successful live earlier. Ain't that right, E?
Yes, Black Historian was there.
Yeah, I know. I was in the chat. So guys, if you guys want to tip E and do a little something special, make sure you do so. Oh, also send your heart me's, gift the panel, all this good stuff. Again, if you are voting for Donald Trump and you want to have a conversation, please go ahead and request up. What I want to do is we're gonna pick on a few people that I know. So the Black Historian, I know you said that you didn't have long. And so I was just going to come to you. Can you give the people a pitch as far as why they should be voting for Kamala Harris over Donald Trump?
People should vote for Kamala because she's not a fascist. She's not taking anything away. Anytime you hear her speak, she's always talking about making it easier for people to live. Once you make it easier for people to live on the middle class and the lower class, it makes it easier for everyone. She's also talking about home ownership, the quickest way to wealth, making it easier for people to own homes and stopping these people from corporate gouging as far as food. Nobody should be overpricing on food, especially in this country. What else? She's not a fascist and she's not a racist. That should be the main thing. And she's not trying to give money or big breaks to corporations and billionaires. She's just going to give tax cuts to to the middle class, I should say. So easy peasy.
All right, perfect. Thank you, the Black Historian. Now, if you don't mind, and I know you just got up here, but I'm gonna drop you down just to see if we can make a little bit of room, okay?
Thank you. That's fine.
Have a great night, Shay. TJ. Well, I have a lot of bass in my voice.
What up?
TJ, can you tell the people why they should be voting for Kamala Harris over Donald Trump?
Well, besides the fact that she's the most qualified person that we've ever had to run for office, also the fact that she's not going to indemnify the police with the ability to unalive black folks.
That one.
I mean, I think that's very important. I think that by itself, I'm gonna leave with that.
She,
Because honestly, I think my life is. I know people don't think our life is worth it, but I think our lives are pretty much worth saving and keeping, and so we can, grow old and stuff like that, like normal Americans. You know what I'm trying to say?
yeah, no, listen, I completely understand and I completely agree. And, that whole police immunity thing is scary, TJ. Not even up front.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
In fact, I mean, someone who has been at the other end of a police officer's weapon, I don't want them to have a complete immunity from prosecution. In fact, I think they should be treated like just like the ordinary citizens if they try to arrest or they try to railroad or whatever else they try to do to us. I'm sorry, I'm just being honest with you. The black people in this country have to start realizing that the justice system is not for us, and we cannot give these people more power to use against us.
Yep.
So.
Yep. No, I completely agree. Perfect. Well, hey, TJ, I'm going to drop you down, my brother.
All right, let me say this one last thing just real quick.
Go ahead.
Said it before, white women, again, white women. Last time Trump got in office, your fault. You have a chance to start history all over again. We cannot have this orange Cheeto come into office. Remember, last time you let him in, he took away your rights, your right to bodily autonomy. So, white women, let's get it right this time, please. Thank you so much.
A word. Thank you, TJ.
All right, I appreciate you. Hey, hold on one second. JD Two Fingers, you got one more time. I've sent you, this is the second request I've sent you to come up. Either you come up or you get muted. I know it's really safe and comfortable down in the chat, but if you want to talk, put your big boy britches on and come up here and let's have these conversations. Let's see here.
Cozy in the chat.
I know it's all safe. It's safe in the chat, but we want to have actual conversations. Generic person. There we go, JD Two Fingers. That's what I'm talking about. Generic person. Can you give the people your best sales pitch as far as why it's so important to get out and vote? Not only vote for Kamala Harris, but why is it so important? Because there's a lot of people who sit back and they say, my vote doesn't count, or it's not important for me to vote. Can you give them your best sell pitch on why it's so important to vote and why they should be voting for Kamala Harris?
It is important to vote because we can't have Trump as president again, and there are 17 states in the interstate compact for the popular vote, so it's not all just electoral votes. And so yeah, and who you vote for, like on a local level, really matters too. And even if you are in a state where it's electoral vote, it's really important to get out and vote for women's rights and for the rights of people of color and minorities and marginalized groups and people part of the 2S LGBTQIA plus community, because we are losing our rights. I mean, there's been hundreds of bills passed against trans people over the last couple of years, and our judicial system is a mess. It needs a whole overhaul. Trump's plan on immigration, I mean, that he wants to get rid of 20 million people, that's insane. Us as a country we've never deported that many people. We've never even deported 250,000. The most we've ever done is like 230,000. That would cost some people think trillions of dollars over 10 years. And ICE only knows how to deal with people in the judicial system. We'd have to create a whole new system to handle that. And yeah, I mean, Harris has the history and she has the experience. Trump doesn't. He's just a spoiled brat. I mean, I'm pretty much telling people who are probably more educated on this than me, but you guys seem to know.
No,
I mean,
listen.
I agree with everything everyone else is saying, so.
Yeah, no, listen, it's important. One call out, and I might have missed this as you said it, but I see Law is in the chat. Law said the interstate compact doesn't kick in until 26 states agree. So I'm not sure if that's was to what you were saying, because it popped up around the same thing or same time, but I wanted to make sure that I called it out. Also, W's in the chat for Diva. Hey, Diva. Diva just subbed. Chris just subbed. We in the building. We're now in a sub wave. So all we need is 3 more subs to close out the sub wave and also hit our goal for the subs. So guys, if you want to sub, please consider doing so. Subbing allows you to get access to a fast pass to come up on the panel and have a conversation. It allows you to actually get access to the Discord, and it gives you access to a monthly kick where if someone is on the panel and we're having a conversation, you don't like the things that they're saying, all you have to do is type in the chat kick. Now there are some parameters around that, meaning there has to be one other person on the panel that agrees with their position in order to kick them off. Also, that means they have to be on the panel for at least 10 minutes. So those are the rules around that. Generic person, I'm gonna drop you down. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you for coming up.
Thank you.
Sorry, got you. Sorry. Okay, guys, we have 2 spots open. We lost JD 2 Fingers. So again, if you are voting for Donald Jimothy Trump and you want to come up and have a conversation, please go ahead and request up. Please go ahead and request up. My mods will be sending invitations to those people who have big mouths in the chat and they want to come up on the panel. Please don't be scared. I'm gonna grab a couple of people. Do what?
What was that?
That's a big mouth. That's a big mouth. That's a big mouth.
Okay.
That's a big mouth.
Gotcha.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead. There's a couple people in the queue. If you are in the queue at the moment and you are not voting for Trump, please go ahead and drop out for the moment. Again, I just want to get 2 other people who are voting for Donald Trump on the panel so we can balance it out, so we can actually have a full, flushed out conversation.
Yes, guys.
So I'm going to bring a couple of people in right now. Let's see here. Hey, Dad of 2.
Hi, how are you?
Wonderful. Dad of 2, are you voting for Donald Trump in this upcoming election?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. And can you tell me why, please?
Yeah, well, it's kind of anti-Harris 25K for new home buyers.
Okay.
I lived through the housing crash, and that will repeat itself. But I also did like the policies Trump had in place during his first presidency, and I do benefit from his current tax plan.
Okay. All right. Well, those things make sense. I'm really interested to hear about your 25K position, but go on mute for me just a moment. Let me get one more person. Thank you. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. It's spinning. Alicia, how are you this evening?
I'm great. How are you?
Wonderful. Alicia, are you voting for Trump in this upcoming election?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. I'm going to drop you down for now, my friend, but please feel free to request back up, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much. All right, guys, we are just looking for one other person who is voting for Donald Trump to actually add to the panel so we can have a conversation. Oh, Chris, I didn't mean to grab you because I think I know who you're voting for.
Topher was here last night.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it gets funny when I try to grab people. Chris, you're voting for Kamala, right? I don't think you heard me. Chris, I'm going to drop you down. That's not the person I tried to grab. I tried to grab this person.
Does it say James Brown?
It does say James Brown.
Get up, get on up.
Yeah, I was trying to drop because I'm on Harris support. I already voted for. But I got a question for that gentleman.
He
just stated that that 25.
We can't get into the question. Hold on,
Mr. Brown.
Put the question in the chat. We'll get to it. I promise you. I want to make sure we get one other person on the panel. We get the conversation started. Okay.
I already got it in the chat.
Okay. Well, drop it one more time so I can see it, and I'll make sure I ask it.
Okay.
Get on the scene like a sex machine. Ow! Okay.
Get on up. Sorry, I got into it.
Black Beauty, how are you this evening, my friend?
Hey, I'm good. How y'all doing?
Wonderful, wonderful. Black Beauty, are you voting for Trump in this upcoming election?
Yes, I already did.
Okay, and what was the biggest reason why?
It kind of, that still the border, no men playing, women's sports.
Okay, cool. So the border, and you don't support the LGBTQ plus community. Got it. All right, perfect, perfect. Go back on mute for me just one moment. And last but not least, how do you say your username? KRFAFRAZ. How do you say your username?
It's KR Frazier. But you just call me
KR
you can just call me Kevin. Yeah, you just call me Kevin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I call you Kev?
Yep, that's good. That's
all right,
good.
I'm gonna call you Kev. All right,
That's all
Kev. So I know one of my mods brought you up. That's why I saved you for last. But you are voting for Trump in this upcoming election, right?
Yes, I am.
And what is your biggest reason why?
My biggest reason why is some of the taxes that he's proposing, the tax cuts that he's proposing. It also has to do with me not wanting to vote for a prosecutor. I do not have faith in Kamala Harris because she was a former prosecutor. And I refuse to vote for her because of that. Seeing some of the stuff that she did living in California, seeing some of the stuff that she did in California, like prosecuting parents because their kids being truant in schools.
It's not true, but we'll talk about it. But go ahead.
It's very true.
I don't think so, but we'll talk about it.
It's true. But we can discuss that.
Hold on, Data 2. We haven't gotten to it yet.
But seeing that and some other stuff, even some of the quotes that she made when we talk about race and stuff like that, and we talk about how people say, oh, what is she doing for the black community? And her specifically saying, which she went on record and said that she's not doing anything specific for the black community, but yet.
But you know why? Okay, Kev.
But her and Biden have went and made deals specifically for other communities.
Hold on, Kev. We're going to get into it because I feel like you know what you're saying because I know what you're saying. I feel like you know what's happening, but we're going to get into it. Perfect. All right, guys. So just so we can level set, we do have Chris, Alicia, Corey, and Javon on the panel who are voting for Kamala Harris. We also have Kev, Dad of Two, and Black Beauty who are voting for Donald Trump. Guys, tap the screen. We're at 36,000 likes. Let's go ahead and get this thing up to 50,000 likes. Also, again, we do have our nightly donation goal. We still have $245 left in it. There's 376 people watching. So if 249 people send $1, we can knock it out. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to actually support the live. And please don't forget about Erica because something tells me that she's going to need some aspirin and a stiff drink after the night. Ain't that right, E?
Yes, God, yes.
So, with that being said, guys, let's get into it. You pick who we start because I want to talk to everybody, but I will let you pick who we start the conversation with.
I saw bro was like, I know this guy, so I want Data 2 to talk to Chris.
Ooh. Okay, so let's do it. Dad of two. I would love to hear you explain because again, I'm super interested in what you said about the being anti $25,000 home tax credit. I would love for you to explain that position to Chris and justify why that's gonna be bad for America because you did cite the previous housing crisis, which Barack Hussein Obama helped get us out of. Thank you, Obama. But I would love to hear more about that.
Yeah, so thank you for the opportunity. So it has a lot to do with when Mr. Clinton was in office, and he deregulated how we lend money, right? To make houses more available, more affordable, which ideology, great idea. What happened in 2007 was people were getting into houses in the early 2000s that could not afford the houses. And so with this 25K, right, if a person saves $10,000 and they get the extra 25K on top of that, that's $35,000. They could afford a home that's around about $440,000. But I'm giving an approximate for a first time because FHA will still take place there. And what's going to happen is over the 3-year term, they will be in that house. They will no longer be able to afford the payments. And when they're no longer able to afford the payments, that's when the foreclosure notices will start coming. And then they're going to get kicked out of their homes. And our housing market is going to be flooded with homes owned by the banks that is going to drop the housing prices for everyone, right? And I've already made my investment at $400,000 because I can afford it. I don't need that investment to rock bottom over the next 10 years. I'm getting close to retirement, like in the next 20 years. I would like to keep that investment and along with my other properties.
Okay. Perfect. Chris, the floor is yours. What would you like to say in response to that? Is that, Chris, because I heard a lot of stuff, but I don't know if I heard a lot of stuff that was true. But Chris?
Yeah, no, there's some actual, and I'm going to say this one thing because this is from Hector's live data too. You had to run from the point that Bush's tax policy was trash because it added so much to the debt and only with rich people. So don't ever try me like that again. All right. So now, with that being said, right? So the $25,000 like down payment assistance for it's going back to okay. So 25K. Okay.
I was just about to say
I'm confused on the Bush comment.
No, that's okay. Let's just go back on mute for a moment, and let Chris can go ahead and speak, and then you can respond.
Okay, so like what he fails to realize, right, about this whole thing is that there's a lot of states that do this, right, at a lower degree. Like we even went through Maryland yesterday. That that other dude quoted my state that I still love very wrong. But yeah, no. According to the U.S. Department of Economic Forum, according to Labor for Housing and other instances, since this is down payment assistance and not the same thing as a subsidized loan, there is actually no evidence out there, right, that correlates to his position that this down payment assistance has resulted in these more, in these housing emptiness. Now, something that Trump did, and that was repealing the Dodd-Frank Act, which allowed corporations to start buying up a ton of housing, to include, asset management firms increasing their portfolios by 450%, right? So, yeah, with that being said, since this is not a subsidized loan, right, and since this is down payment assistance, yeah, there's just really no evidence, especially when there's a lot of states that do this already, and there's a few states already that are actually close to this amount. And of course, there are some states that are far away, like Maryland, but we're going to keep it a buck, right? So since there's no evidence, this can only be a good thing.
Perfect.
Was that the statement?
One second. E, you said you wanted to add something?
Yep, I'll mute.
It's because it sounds like Data 2 is looking at this as if it's like as if it's being counted as income. So like it's inflating the person's debt to income ratio, and it's not. It's literally, as Chris said, it's down payment assistance. You can almost look at it as like almost as a gift in a sense. So it'll have no bearing on whether or not the person can afford the home. Also, in order to actually even get to the point where you're getting down payment assistance, you have to already be pre-qualified and pre-approved. You have to already meet the stringent requirements that are in place to actually purchase a home in the first place. So
100% right.
You have to, please don't talk when I'm talking. I will lose my train of thought and I don't want to. Thank you. So with that being said, Data 2, you're wrong. You're wrong. It's not going to have the impact that you think that it's going to have. So I That's all I got. You're wrong. You made me lose my train of thought. See, I like when people talk when I talk because
I'm sorry. I was just giving you credit, saying you're right. You're 100% right. That
I can't hear
everything
you when you
that
talk over me either. I'm sorry.
okay, no worries. I apologize. I was giving you credit. You're 100% right. But do you guys understand that policy? So you have to pay your bills for 2 straight years, right? Not missing a payment, right? Not one payment on rent for 2 straight years, correct? Under her policy?
Okay.
Is that right? Can
I'll
we
say
agree
you're
on
right.
that?
I'm not sure. You
Okay,
haven't shown me. I don't know.
so,
So I'll say yeah.
well,
Well, I'm
you
gonna
like
look
the
it up
policy,
because
right?
I don't
Yeah, look
know
that
that
up.
for sure. So I'm gonna
Yeah, look
verify.
that up. A part of her plan, her policy, is 2 straight years of not being late or missing payments on your current rent. I'll give
You
time
can
to
go
look
ahead and
that up
no,
before
no,
I
no. You
finish.
can go ahead and keep talking while I read. Go
Okay,
ahead.
okay. So, with that being said, people who get government assistance on housing, how often are they late for rent?
I would say not often, but I don't have any statistics to back it up.
I
Do
would
you?
say, yes, I would say never, because the Section 8 check goes directly to the landlord. It doesn't go to the occupant.
Yeah, but they're still responsible for a portion of that payment. They still have to be responsible
Correct.
and make that
They've got
additional
to
portion.
correct. They've got to pay the $200 or whatever that may be. If you were getting Section 8 and you know that's your livelihood and your housing, are you going to miss that $200 payment?
If you are irresponsible or you are in need, then yes. I mean, just because you're getting a
Okay.
subsidized rate
So-
or a reduced rate doesn't mean that you're always going to be able to make that rate.
So say you are the responsible person. We'll give everyone in America credit. They're responsible. They are making that $200 minimum payment.
Mm-hmm.
And they're on time. And now they qualify for this house, right? They qualify for this opportunity. And their obligation of $200 now goes to a $2,600 to $2,800 mortgage, which the mortgage payment, because they're not going to be able to have that complete down payment, they're going to have to pay the insurance on that mortgage, right, which is another couple $100 a month. And they don't quite understand that property tax goes up every single year. I fell in that trap when I was young as well. I was a person who almost lost my home. I didn't get any assistance in getting my home, but I did the math and I was like, oh, I can do this. I've been making my payments. I'm doing this. And I almost lost my home because of property tax going up. And I'm telling you, so many people are going to say, why am I going to rent when I can buy this house and I have this opportunity? I'm going to do this. And
Hey,
they
quick
will be
question.
out on the streets. Yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah.
So when you actually purchase a home, right?
Yep.
What's something you have to do before you can actually be approved for a home loan?
What do you mean with something
Well,
you have to
I'll
do? You
be
have
more
to have a
specific.
job. You have to have
Well,
income.
yeah. I'll be more specific. Do you have to actually take any type of training or learn anything before you can actually purchase a home?
No, you do not.
Yes, you do. You
No, you do not.
You
If
absolutely.
you're going through FHA, you do.
I don't know how long ago it was when you hold on. I don't know how long ago it was when you purchased a home, but yes, you actually have to take a financial literacy course where you have to show proof that you actually passed that course in
and
order
a
to
home
qualify
So
for that
did
home
did
loan.
Trump put that in effect? Because I bought my home in 2012.
Yeah,
and my
no.
other properties were in 2014, and I've never had to take a course.
What kind of loan did you get?
I got the FHA.
No, you did not get a FHA.
Yeah, I did.
A FHA
Yes, I did.
and not go through
3%
any
down.
of those
Yes, I did.
courses.
I'm telling
That's
you,
actually
yes,
a
I did.
requirement. I used to be a closing agent at one of the largest lenders in the country.
It really
and
isn't.
No, you fib.
No.
But Chris did want to say something.
Yeah, I've actually bought between like last year and 2014. I bought a house in a few different states: Virginia, Texas, Washington, and I've taken classes and all those. I'm not saying that as like a flex. I'm just telling you like my experiences.
No,
And
that's perfectly fine.
regardless of dad of two, I'm not talking to you. I'm trying to educate the audience. Please be quiet while I'm talking.
I
Okay.
thought you were. I'm sorry.
So no, I'm not. So please be quiet while I'm talking. Thank you. I'm trying to educate people because this is going to impact the next realm of homeowner. So yes, also I believe also you can actually find these standards on like the U.S. Department of Housing and like HUD and places like that. But yeah, this is just not like a one state thing. Like I've done it in multiple states.
Yeah. Also,
So, Chris, did you find the information you were looking up, sir?
you mean me?
I just bought my house 4
You didn't
months ago.
ask me
And
for
I
anything.
absolutely had to take a
Chris was
course. They
looking. I
required me
thought.
to.
Hold on.
You didn't ask me.
Hold on.
I thought it was Chris that was looking up where I paused.
It's me. You have me chasing three rabbits at one time. It's me, but just finance.gov. Yes, it tells about the actual courses that you have to take in order to be able to qualify for the FAH loan, and also it tells specifically who you have to take those classes through. So yeah, debunk.
You mean FHA?
Yeah, that.
Yeah. And
Second of all,
in 2012, did that exist? Because that didn't happen for me.
yes, it existed in 2012.
I do not recall taking a class.
Okay, I mean, you might have like sped through it or something like that, but it's absolutely true. It is absolutely true. It says
Also,
here, actually, this is showing that this has been in place since 2011.
I was about to say that. You beat me to it.
Yeah, it's been in place since 2011.
I bought my home in 2012, and I've bought in several properties since. But you only
I
qualified
hear
for
you.
FHA one time.
I hear you, but it's literally on the Googles. It's here, and yeah. Corey, real quick, because you were making a statement about you bought your home and...
Yeah, so I just bought my house 4 months ago, and I used an FHA and MFA loan, and I was required by the loan company to take a financial literacy course, specifically for home buying in that process.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be something I'm blanking out, but I do not recall ever having to do that. What I do recall is lenders lending me money outside of my budget.
Yeah.
I do recall that, and being smart enough to say, no, I can't afford that.
Well, I mean, your budget versus what you're able to get based on your credit credit to debt ratio, your history, all this other stuff. I mean, yeah, that's different. It's up to you to say no. So, yeah, I mean that's a you
Correct.
thing.
No, correct. And how many people do you think in America that are going to get that 25,000 down are going to try to take advantage of that? And what do you think the rate of success will be with that?
I don't know. I can't prognosticate that, but I do know that if you have someone who has met these qualifications, because you're absolutely right, they have to be on time for 2 years, but it's not just people who have been on quote unquote Section 8. It's just a 2-year history. But if you have done everything that it takes to qualify to become a first time homeowner, are you telling me that these people who have went through all of these extreme steps, because as someone who has bought a house, like you said, you know the steps that you have to go through to buy a house. You have to not only basically you have to show your credit history, you have to show your bank history, you have to show your job history, you have to and even for a portion of time you have to freeze basically all of your spending, where the only thing that you're doing is buying food, because the smallest thing will actually stop you from... Hold on one second.
Don't buy a car.
Hey, Data
all
two.
that stuff.
Data two.
Dude, stop over talking him, dude.
Right here, the host is talking. You have to do all of these things to be able to even qualify. And you're telling me that these people who go through all of these steps to finally achieve something that they have never had before, which is becoming a first-time homeowner, is then, after being responsible, creating a track record, putting themselves in a position to succeed, and finally succeeding, all of a sudden they're going to throw their hands up and say, fuck it, I'm gonna just not pay the mortgage, or I'm gonna take on something. No, that's silly, my friend.
No, yes, sir, I actually am, and I'm talking about the people specifically.
Guys, you guys,
People
we
specifically.
don't have to mute him. I got him.
Don't mute him.
Don't mute him. I got him. Go ahead.
The people specifically on HUD housing, right, that will qualify for this, they will, right, and they want to have a better life.
Wait. Hold on. Dad of two.
Afford it.
Dad of two. Is this just your speculation, or do you have any type of any grain of facts to actually back up what you're saying?
100% fear, speculation, and the
Okay.
only facts that
Okay.
I have
I
is
can-
that it happened.
Well, that's not what happened, but I get what you're saying. No, because again, I'm old. No. I'm old enough to remember the housing crisis. What actually happened was balloon payment mortgages, where there were these low interest rates that were offered. People bought houses with those low
You're
interest
talking
rates.
about the 5-to-1 arm. You're talking 5
They
to 1
bought the
arm.
houses. My man.
Yeah,
My
That's a 5-to-1
my
arm.
man,
you're
my
talking
man,
about.
my man. When words are coming out of my mouth, none should be coming out of yours. You keep doing that. What in the world is happening?
That's because you don't let me finish the statement.
So I just put you on mute. That was me this time.
And it's cool. I'm going to go. Thank you for having me. I'm just going to go, but
Au revoir.
This is not an airport. You do not.
I
have
literally
to
tried to
announce
warn
your
you guys,
departure.
bro.
Like, dude, we were trying to have a conversation. Come on.
That could have been a good conversation. Also,
It was.
Seeing
I mean,
you
like,
shit
there
was steeped in racism.
Yeah. Like
yeah.
I was here for the conversation. I wanted to have the conversation, but you just couldn't stop talking for a minute. Holy smokes. Just for a minute.
So Santana,
hold on,
just to
Drizzy.
kind
Go
of
ahead,
like
Chris.
close it. I think this is some research I'm trying to do. I can't really find it, but I think a good way to maybe tackle this in the future is to find the rate of evictions of people that receive down payment assistance already and compare it with the percentage of people that don't. And if that checks out, I mean, there's a lot of states that already do some form already. That could be a good way to kind of gauge it next time, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey guys, for the people in the chat saying not Drizzy, cut it out, Drizzy. How are you this evening, my brother?
Cut it out.
Whatever, y'all not gonna come. Drizzy hasn't even said one word yet.
Look, you see how real the hate is, bro.
Oh my God, Drizzy, you ain't even said one word yet.
Look. Y'all just ran Data 2 up out of here, bro. I was gonna pick up where he left off.
Okay,
bro.
well, you gotta hold on for a minute because we got other people on the panel. I just didn't want people, taking shots at you before you even said anything.
Hey, let them haters hate, bro. They talking reckless, bro.
Go back on mute, Drizzy. All right, let's move this conversation around. So I would actually like to hear this time Black Beauty. So, actually, Black Beauty, something came in for you. So let me go ahead and read these donations off. So guys, W's in the chat for Gene. Gene sent $2 added to the nightly donation goal. Said men and women sports. Trump is trying to be a man in Kamala's job. And I added in Kamala's black job at that. So massive W's in the chat for Gene. And then also Corey added $3 and said it's not the zero, it's the uneven numbers. You deserve better than ugly numbers. Thank you, Corey. So guys, we are up to $10 in the nightly donation goal, meaning we only have $240 left in the nightly donation goal. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links in the bio. Santana Speaks 24, Santana Speaks 24. If you are enjoying the information, the education, the entertainment, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. And please don't forget about Erica because she is up here laboring already. Ain't that right, E?
I'm tired.
I know that's right.
I'm tired, y'all.
Guys, also the likes are moving super slow. So this is what we're going to do. We're at 61,000 likes. We got 7 minutes until the top of the hour. If we're going to get to 100,000 likes, so we're going to go to sub only for a while. So let's tap the screen, share the live out. Let's get this thing going. Send your heart me's, gift the panel, do all those good things. We still got our daily goal or daily gift goal, which is the boo ghost. It's almost Halloween. So let's get into it. Black Beauty. So you said that you are voting for Donald Trump. You said multiple things, but I kind of want to stick on the border. Black Beauty, and you said you voted for Donald Trump because of the border. Can you please explain to Alicia why you think Donald Trump is going to be better for the border versus Kamala Harris? Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay. I mean, because he was when he was the president.
You sure about that?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely sure.
Okay. I mean, you want to elaborate anything, or is that's all you got? I'm a little confused. Hello? Hello? Black Beauty, the floor is still yours. Okay, I'm gonna send you a request to unmute. I mean, I'm assuming you might be busy or something. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, I was asking, do you want to actually add more context behind your statement? I mean, because you kind of just said Trump good and walked away.
No, but like, come on now, like y'all even know it. Like, it's just facts. I mean, hey, it was like less immigrants coming in when he was president, and Kamala just left it wide open.
It's Kamala. But okay. Hold on, Chris. Alicia. I guess do something with that.
Trump did not do anything for our border, ma'am. It was the same people that were let in, and any other. We've had a border crisis for a while. For a good long while. Trump had 4 years to fix it. He had 2 years in Republic Congress and Senate, and he didn't do anything. He didn't get money from Mexico, but Kamala Harris did. She got money from it. The border is not wide open. We don't have an open border. We never had an open border. Our border's not open. Trump didn't do anything for the border except fearmonger it and just say, oh yeah, people are coming across the border, They're rapists, they're murderers, they're poisoning the blood of our country. That's not it.
And which they are,
It's
like some are, hey, you got to think about other people too. Yeah, because it was crimes, we do when they, when some came in. So y'all just think about y'all.
What?
When other
No.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
No, ma'am.
Excuse me, if I may.
Go
Black
ahead,
Beauty, what state do you live in? Just a
I'm in
state.
Texas.
You're in Texas. Okay.
That makes sense.
Javon, please.
Okay, wait. You said you're in Texas?
She said she's
I'm
in
in Texas.
Okay. Okay. Where's Jessica Simone when we need her?
Jessica's in Texas. I'm in Arizona.
I know.
I'm in Texas.
Hold on. Yeah, I know, but I want to try to give Alicia a little bit more of her time. So Alicia, do you have anything else that you want to add to it?
Even your own governor, Greg Abbott, Hot Wheels, said there was no issue at the border. Everything's fine. You're simply continuing Trump's fear-mongering and thinking immigrants are coming here to harm people when they're not. Statistics show that they create less crime than no American citizen. It's it's fear-mongering how they're doing for anyone else that has brown skin color.
Girl, you sound fidgety over there, girl. But anyways, but like
Excuse me?
Hold on.
Nah, cause we're not doing that. So don't do that, Black Beauty.
Yeah, I don't know what she said. Fidgety, like
don't
moving around.
Can we not do that? That's ableist.
Don't
Is it? Oh,
yeah. So we're not doing that.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead and educate us, Javon. I apologize.
Yeah, people with autism. So I know, like, some people hear a lot of sound in my background. That's my nonverbal younger brothers. So people with autism stem and they make noises. That's ableist. Don't do that. You never
Okay,
know
well I
who
didn't
you're on
know
a
she
panel
had,
with.
you know,
Well,
Black Beauty, hold on. Go ahead and finish
well,
educating us,
respectfully,
Javon.
respectfully, Queen, don't make the comment again because you don't know who on the panel may have who's neurodivergent.
Exactly.
So don't do that.
Yep. No,
Thank you.
listen, and I always say when you know better, you do better. I didn't know that's what it was. So it didn't, raise my antennas. So I'm glad you guys caught it. Javon, thank you for educating all of us.
No
And
problem.
please be aware of that. Also, welcome Alina Raid. Welcome, welcome,
Yes.
welcome.
Hi, Alina Reed.
Okay. So let's Black Beauty, I will let you finish your comment, and then Chris, we're gonna come to you.
Okay, well, yeah, I do apologize because I didn't know she was, hey, just felt like she was coming for me. But anyways,
Yeah, let's just be mindful of the terms we're using because we don't want to be disrespectful to anybody, but I appreciate that.
all right. So what was the question?
No, I thought you were gonna add
Us ain't
something to your
affected by no
statement.
border.
Oh, I mean, well, I don't know.
Oh, okay, cool. Chris, the floor is yours, my friend.
All right, so I live in Texas, and I think the complete opposite, and I'm going to back it up right now. So, with that being said, right, Obama handed Trump a really good border, and if Trump had it under control, one, he declared an emergency at the border May of 2019. Keep in mind, this was almost a year and a few months before, C-19. Next, right? According to Axios and the American Association for Criminology, the 11 border cities across the board, which some of these include Brownsville, McAllen, Laredo, Eagle Pass, Del Rio, El Paso, Jalisco. So these are all cities that you're actually very familiar with. So the average crime rate is classified is 363. Now, I live in Houston. I'm at 1100. El Paso, 212, very safe. McAllen, 112. Brownsville, 400. So, with all these being said, border cities actually are 4.5 times safer than big metropolitan areas. And that has been the case for at least the past 10 years. So, with that being said, the last thing I'm going to say, there's been 16,000, according to the U.S. Customs and Border Policy, unalivings from American citizens so far in 2024. There's only been 29 from undocumented immigrants. So what you're saying is not matching reality. Thank you.
Yep. No, listen, and E, can you confirm who?
I'm confirming right now.
Okay. Okay.
Excuse me.
All right. With that being said, Black Beauty, do you have anything that you want to say in response to Chris?
Not really.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Good day.
E, what did you? Yeah. Okay. So
Thank
guys,
you, Omega.
what just happened is one of our subscribers just used their monthly kick on Black Beauty, so we got her up out the paint. We do still have Drizzy and also Kev, who are on the panel, and they are supporting Donald Trump, so we are able to continue to have these conversations. Guys, if you're interested in getting yourself one of those monthly kicks, just like Chris just got, please consider subscribing. As a subscriber, you get access to the Discord. You get access to a fast pass if you want to come up on the panel and have that conversation. And you also get access to that monthly kick. Now, again, there are parameters around that, meaning the person has to be on the panel for at least 10 minutes. She was here. And also, there has to be one other person of that same position in order to get them on the panel. So, yeah, Black Beauty, you don't get to join the panel anymore tonight. Try again tomorrow. But if there is one, so we lost one Trump supporter, I want to try to replace them with another Trump supporter. So if you are voting for Donald Trump and you want to actually join the panel, please request up. Javon, you had your hand up.
It's a biological Christian.
So I saw Frazier, the person next to Chris, who unmuted. So if I could, I would talk to him.
Hold on. Yeah, no, that's exactly where I was going. You look, you were at my hold on, slow down. Let me do this.
I like to do this.
We got it. We good.
I do the things. I know. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you cook. Go ahead.
Real quick, guys. W's in the chat for the Black historian who sent a $4 cash app payment to the nightly donation. Says no matter how many times you say it, it's still stupid. And she was talking to Black Beauty.
Like, she was in my live earlier, and when I say she was making my head hurt, she was like in the middle of a sentence, and I just said drop.
She said
this.
No matter how many times you say it, it's still stupid.
It's just still stupid.
W's in the chat for Corey, who again has a thing with numbers. Also ending in 5, or added $1. Said ending in 5 is good. I don't understand it either. I have a spicy brain and I can't really explain it. And then W's in the chat for David, who added $20 to the nightly donation goal and just said crazy. I'm assuming that you're talking about Black Beauty because yeah. So guys, we only have $215 left in our nightly donation goal. We have 490 people watching. So Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24, Santana Speaks 24. That is the best way to actually help support the live. Please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. And please don't forget about Erica because she has her hand up and I haven't heard her say thank you yet. So hopefully she has a thank you.
I do not. I just wanted to say that we have Mr. Thomas here.
We do. We absolutely do. But this is what we're gonna do because I wasn't looking at the time and we did not make it to 100,000 likes. We're only at 96,000 likes. So I'm gonna go to sub only.
It's only 5,000. It's 4,000 now. Just 4,000 likes. Give them a break. They can get there like a minute.
I'm going to sub only. I'm going to sub only until we get to 150,000 likes. So guys, tap the screen, share the live out, do all the good things. Let's get this thing up to 150,000 likes. Or if you want, you can grab a sub. We only need 4 more subs. Let's keep it going. Javon. I know you're teacupping, but I know you can hear me.
I'm here.
All right. Javon, so you said you wanted to... Hey, thank you for the galaxy. You wanted to have a conversation with Kev.
Yes, I would love to.
All right. The floor is yours. Where would you like to take it?
Wherever Kev would like to go. So I just want to ask... I'll start off. So why are you voting for Trump? Or if you haven't already voted, have you voted for Trump already, Kevin?
Well, no. And Kevin said the biggest reason why he is voting for Trump is more so some issues that he had with Kamala Harris, including her history as far as being a prosecutor.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that.
Alina. Oh, Javon, I'm so sorry. Shout out to Alina for the $5 cash app. She said I'm the real star of the show, and she's right.
You are.
Thank you, Alina.
One of my favorite co-hosts for Debate Talk. But I just want and Santana or Erica, correct me if I'm wrong, but anytime they bring up her prosecutorial history, they're most likely directing it to her locking up a bunch of black men for low-level marijuana charges, which was already
M drug.
Excuse me, yeah, M drug, which that was proven.
And let's be factual. Kev, is that what you're specifically speaking to, or can you?
No. Okay, that's not what I'm specifically speaking to.
Can you expand on that a little bit, please?
Yeah, just the fact that she's a prosecutor in general.
Oh damn! You don't like her doing her job at all?
Yeah, I don't have faith in prosecutors just in general.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, so which I'm kind of surprised because she had a good track record when she was a criminal prosecutor. So I'm okay. So all right, what other reason are you voting for Trump? I think that was weird, but what other reason?
Like I said, some of the tax breaks that he's proposing. And once again, right, I'm a realist, right? I know a lot of stuff isn't necessarily going to be done. A lot of stuff still has to get passed through Congress. And see, that's what a lot of people don't understand, right? Is that a lot of stuff that he's proposing, if if Congress and the Senate is not on board, and if that's divided, then a lot of stuff isn't going to get passed, right? So we got to be real with that. So yeah, I mean, he can say, oh yeah, let's not tax what's that, overtime, and let's
Mm-hmm.
cut taxes altogether and put tariffs back in place and this, that, and the third. But if Congress and the Senate is not on board with that, then it's not going to get passed.
I'm
So
sorry. It's bothering me, and I can't. Sorry. Gotta go back. You're telling me that you don't trust a former prosecutor who has a very successful record when it comes to being a prosecutor. But you trust a man who was just recently accused of sexual assault, not once but twice.
SA.
And one of those, yeah, I know. I think I said XA. If not, I do apologize.
SA. Yep.
I say okay. So the first time, one of the first times he was accused for SA, he was found civilly liable in court for forcing himself onto a Jean Carroll. I'm not sure who was the other woman recently who came forward, but I did see that he was just recently accused of SA. So you don't trust the criminal prosecutor, but you trust someone who's a convicted felon.
a convicted felon for sexual assault.
SA. Guys,
My bad.
okay,
I'm
let's
sorry.
run through this again one more
Santana.
time, real
I'm
quick.
sorry.
Just be mindful of the words
My
that we
bad.
want to say. So
That's my bad.
use these substitute word SA, mustache man, unalive, AB, schnazi, schmex, C19.
Yeah.
Please be mindful of those words so we can have these conversations. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, he was found.
Kev?
He 34 counts of hush money, the mishandling when dealing with Miss Stormy Daniels. So
Okay. But he was never convicted of the SA, right?
no, the essay, he was found civilly liable in court. So E. Jean Carroll took him to civil court, and she won the case. He was found. They found this is amongst of his peers found him guilty. So they found him liable of taking advantage of her, raping her. So she sued him. But yeah, like you trust him? That's someone that you would throw your hat in a ring for?
Yeah, I would throw my hat in the ring for him over Kamala Harris. I would.
You support an SA'er?
I would support him over Kamala Harris. Yeah, I would.
So not only, and I'm sorry, Javon, because I feel like I need to do some straightening because I'm trying to wrap my mind around what you're saying. So the felonies doesn't bother you, the SA doesn't bother you, the bankruptcy doesn't bother you, the attempted coup doesn't bother you. What is it about Trump that you actually like so much? Because Javon, he's talked about what he doesn't like about Kamala Harris. I would actually like to know, what do you actually like about Trump? And I know you said you think that his policies will benefit you, but like, that's a lot of bad for you to sit here and say I'm still gonna rock with them.
Like I said, from my standpoint, and the way that my finances are set up, I benefit from
you got to check it in the savings. Okay, got it. You got to check it in the savings.
The way my finances, I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. The way my finances are set up,
the way my finances,
I benefit.
Are you in the top 1%? Are you in the top 1% tax bracket?
Not the top 1%, but in particularly how my finances are set up, I benefit from a lot of the different tax brackets.
I didn't know this was Kevin Hart.
You wouldn't
so I benefit from that.
And yeah, so but the tax,
and so when I see people like Beyonce and the Jay-Z saying they're backing Kamala Harris,
Kamala,
my bad, Kamala, I call BS because you don't benefit from any of it.
Hey,
let's just be honest.
But hey, Kev, is it that do you call BS because you just can't look beyond yourself and you assume that other people can't do the same? Is that the only reason?
No, that's not the only reason. I just call BS because I don't see how. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, the
Go
only
ahead.
reason I ask that is because I got a checkings and savings too, right? And the way my checkings and savings set up, Frumpy Dumpy would actually do pretty well for me, but I'm willing to look beyond myself. So it's not that hard to think that people might say, this guy has a line that I won't cross, even though he would benefit my pocket. No, you don't think so?
It's just weird to me. Like I think where like I'm conflicted here is when you say that you call BS when celebrities are on stage. So like when people were saying that when she brought Megan on stage, and people forgot that Megan Thee Stallion was Megan Pete, and she's a college graduate, so her expertise is needed on the stage, right? But my only thing is that when men, right, and we're going to shift to a particular system, and I would like to hear from either like Santana or Chris, but I'm going to shift to misogyny real quick because I'm about to tie this back into this, right? And since that both of you are black men, I just want to hear your thinking processing on this. So when I hear black men specifically, for those of us in the comment section on the panel, this is a community conversation. I would appreciate no one interject. I'm just talking to two black men right now, and of course Kevin, who's also a black man. I think it's very troublesome for me, and it bothers me when a black man tells me his reasonings for just voting for Trump, and one of them being because she's a former prosecutor, right? That doesn't equal her being a police officer, but a lot of times black men don't understand the plight of black women. Even with us being black, because of intersectionality, which is a term that was introduced in 1989 by sociologist Kimberly Crenshaw, people are not privy to these kinds of things. And so I'm not saying that a lot of us are voting for her because she's black. I'm saying that him, like you, Kevin, particularly, I think one of the reasons you're not voting for her is because she's a woman. And I was just on a panel with someone today who said that she's just not equipped because she would start a lot of wars. That's not true. Men or mass presenting people have always started any war or battle within world or U.S. history. They've been directly responsible in a patriarchal system. So I don't understand. Like you say, I'm not voting. I don't trust her because she was a prosecutor. That doesn't make any sense to me because you're literally willing to go to the polls to vote for somebody who harmed women, who said that he would date his daughter. So my questions are the question Santana is, why is it that as black men we can't seem to come together when we see one of our own trying to trickle into the seat? I land.
But see that's the thing for me is
hold on, Kev. My name is Santana. Hey, welcome back, chat. Thank you for hitting that 150,000 likes. Keep tapping the screen, share the live out. Let's keep it going. Listen, it's pretty simple to me, Javon. Pretty simple to me, right? Some brothers think that they gonna get to where they want to be, but they ain't gonna get there because they can't be there. Plain and simple, right? A lot of, in my opinion, and then this is just my opinion, right? A lot of black men that I have spoken with think that by them kowtowing and cozying up to a power structure that was not created to benefit them, that they will have access to, i.e. that power structure, and they are willing to throw black women under the bus, which is super sad because not only are they not going to get access to it, but black women are without a doubt the backbone of not only black America, but America, period, right? Black women literally have to labor in so many different ways. And it's really sad how we don't necessarily do the things to protect and support them. And I even have to say myself as well, I've been called out multiple times for not, doing what I'm supposed to do to protect black women. And it's something that is, it's something that you have to be aware of at all times. And there's some black men that are aware of it and they just don't give a damn. And so you have certain black men that see black women and say, you know what? I cannot follow this black woman. And that's what it all boils down to. There are certain black men that see Kamala Harris and they see a woman who is educated, who is smart, who has progressed her career to the second highest office in the land, and they fix their mouth to say, she's not qualified. She's still not as good as me because she's a woman. And that's the problem, right? That's all it is. You know, listen, for you to say that you don't trust a prosecutor for prosecuting, it's just like saying I don't trust a bus driver because they drive a bus. Like, what are we talking about?
Or a doctor for doing surgeries.
I don't trust a doctor for doctoring. Like, what are we talking about? This is their job, and this is what they're paid to do. And not only was she paid to do it, but she was damn good at it. Right, not even so much in the sense of getting people thrown in jail, but in the sense of making sure that she created opportunities so those people who were arrested weren't unjustly thrown in jail. So I land my plane, and I land my plane right over to Chris, because I know Javon wanted to hear from you as well.
Can I say something real quick?
Not yet. Go ahead and finish, Chris, and then you get the floor, Kev.
Yes. So when it comes to points like this, right? For the first time in quite some time in Kamala Harris, in her policies, right, rooted in substance, right, at least for us as black men, she's treating what's called the root causes that got us here in like the first place, right? When you look at things like the opportunity agenda, when you look at things like our economic policy, what do you see, right? You see things, right, that's helping to be a solution to long decades of redlining. You see things that help solve, like in the opportunity agenda, when it's talking about small businesses for black men. You see the government from her behalf, because she, according to the Constitution, she's a public servant for us, by the way. That's what all presidents do. You're seeing a person that's looking out for our community through the systemic causes. I do not see that with Trump. Trump passes policies that work for two people that disadvantage us: corporations, rich people. For example, we were up at the moon at some point in time, but now things got so privatized. Now you put it in people in the hands of like Elon Musk. Trump himself even said that he'll never hire black accountants working at Trump Enterprises because laziness is a trait of black people. So essentially, you're voting for somebody that's going to promote systemic racism and not further our opportunities over somebody that's at least going to treat the root causes. And then hopefully this keeps catching on.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Now, what I want to do is, Kev, I want to give you the floor so you can respond. And then what I want to do is go to Mutane. When Kev finishes his point, the floor is going to be for Mutane. She's one of our mods, and we want to give her the space to do her thing. So, Kev, go ahead and the floor is yours right now, my friend.
So we're on the topic of, you know, me not supporting her because she's a black woman or because she's a woman in general. That's what for me, that has nothing to do with it. The fact that she's a woman or a black woman. Number one, I don't see her as a black woman. I see her as an Indian woman, the first Indian American president.
Kev, I'm gonna let you cook. I'm gonna let you cook, but I promise you, my brother, that is not the road that we're going down. She is a black woman. I don't even feel like
she's not. That's not her genealogy. If you can show me that in her genealogy, that's not her genealogy.
Hold on.
Her mom's not black.
Hold on.
Her dad's not black.
Hold on. Kev, I promise you don't want to do this.
It's been proven. It's been proven.
Kev,
I promise you do not want to do this.
It's been proven. We could talk about it.
Let the host talk, please. Just let the host talk.
Kev,
thank you.
Kev, just finish demonstrating what you know about Donald Trump and why you're not voting for Kamala Harris, so we can move on to Mutang. I promise you I'm going to come back to it. Let the not a black woman topic go, because I promise you are ill-equipped to have that conversation, because mentally
how am I ill-equipped?
Mentally you can't you can't get past the fact that you
Explain to me how I'm ill-equipped.
Kevin, finish your point so Mutang can speak.
Finish your point, my friend.
She can go ahead and speak. Clearly this she can go ahead and speak. It's all good.
This is crazy.
Hey, yeah, I definitely need a palate cleanser real quick. Mutang.
Buncho Shira.
How are you?
Okay, how are you?
Good, good, good. Mutane, these people trying to drive me crazy already, but
I know, it's crazy. You don't know the difference between race and ethnicity in 2024. It's wild.
Mutang, it be whooping they ass. I'm telling you.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Anyways, I was just curious, what does that goal say you're at right now?
$70. We still have $180 left in the nightly donation. I got a couple of thank yous to call out, but we still have $180 left.
Dang, that's a lot. Y'all are slacking. Erica's gifts are way low. Chris's gifts are way, way low. Javon's are low. Everybody's gifts are low. Y'all need to tap the screen, gift the panel, run the goal up. It's been another crazy night. Wasn't as bad as last night so far, but I think it could definitely get there easily. So y'all need to be showing some appreciation for this education and this mental emotional labor going out tonight, and do what you can do. Even $1 goes a long way.
Absolutely.
That's all.
Thank you so much, Mutane. You again, that's the palate cleanser. Listen,
thank you, Colin, for
guys. I say this all the time. Thank you so much for the sub. Mutane, you genuinely make me happy. I appreciate you so much every time you come up here.
I appreciate you too, Shooter. Don't you love me?
Thank you. I love you, Mutane.
I love you too. Bye, y'all.
Hey, can I advise something real quick for the panel? Or for your comment section. So, what I do in my lives, I think you've seen me in the lives do with Santana. We love TikTok shop. It helps protect the live. Or hashtag FYP to keep you on the FYP.
Yeah, guys, a couple of hashtag FYPs. Let's push that. Let's definitely.
And he left. Of course he left.
Yeah, he ran. I mean, like, okay. Listen, if you were scared to have the conversation, it's perfectly fine. You can say that, but like, yeah,
Coward.
I mean, yeah. I'm gonna send you an invite to come back, Kev. Don't run. I see you're still here, Kev. Don't run. You're still here. I see you.
He's a track star.
Yeah.
Can I
yeah.
say one thing? Yeah.
Go ahead, real quick, Chris.
Throughout this whole, we're all family here. I'll just go ahead and share. I'm just frustrated, with this concept, because I actually was a part of a lawsuit that I had to file over this stuff because of the whole. Yeah, I'll just tell you. So when I left the military, I was with my first finance job, and there was this whole lawsuit because people thought I was lying when I filled out something for HR because I put, that I was Afro-Latino. And people don't know the concept that blood quantum's BS, and just the fact, right, that this stuff is still being pushed around, even with Kamala as well. I sympathize with that because I was there. I literally almost lost my job for it for absolutely no reason. And just the fact that people don't know the difference between phenotype and race in 2024 only puts us back. So it's just frustrating. I got goosebumps on my skin, man, because it's just disgusting. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, so this topic specifically irritates me to no end, just because, yeah, never mind. I'm not even gonna do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Thank you for sharing that, Chris. I appreciate you. Let me call these out real quick, and then I want to have Mr. Thomas have a conversation with Corey. So, just a moment, we're gonna have Mr. Thomas have a conversation with Corey, actually, Corey, just hold on. Actually, we're going to have Mr. Thomas have a conversation with Mr. 1000. But guys, W's in the chat for Jody, who added $1 to the nightly donation. W's in the chat for Jamie, who added $25 to the nightly donation and said, I appreciate all that you do. I wanted to let you know that I voted for Kamala Harris on Tuesday in Michigan, and my entire family will be doing the same. We are not going back. Massive W's in the chat for Jamie. W's in the chat for Alex, who added $6 to the nightly donation and said, I have 6 sisters, and I voted for Kamala Harris, not the rapist. W's in the chat for Corey, who added $3 to the nightly donation. And W's in the chat for Victoria, who just added $10 to the nightly donation. So, guys, we are now only $170 away from closing out the nightly donation goal. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. All my pay links are in the bio. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24 is the best way to actually support the live. Please, please, please consider donating. There's 154 people watching, so if only 170 people send just $1, we'll wipe that completely out. So please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. And please don't forget about Erica, because I have not heard Erica say one thank you yet. Let's make sure we're taking care of E, because she's up here with us struggling. With that being said, Mr. Thomas.
Well, hello. Thank you for letting me back up here, Dark One. It's always a pleasure talking to you.
It is a pleasure to have you back, Mr. Thomas. So, Mr. Thomas, we have Mr. 1000 beside us, right? And I would just like for you to explain to Mr. 1000 why Donald Trump would actually be a better leader for America than Kamala Harris. And also, real quick, before we get into this, chat, just a friendly reminder, any conversations that are being had on the panel, please allow the panel to have these conversations. We can control the conversations. There's no need to try to control the conversations from the chat or report anybody or anything like that. I promise you, we have it up here, and reporting anyone on the panel actually hurts the live, and we want to protect the live. So please, please, please allow us to have these conversations and guide the conversation. So trust me, trust Erica, we got this. With that being said, Mr. Thomas, the floor is yours.
Well, I think that somebody who is, a lifelong Republican voter. And also, I don't know if y'all seen this, but it was actually Jesus's voting history was leaked recently. And he was also a Republican. So they should honestly tell y'all what y'all should be doing. That's just little side fact. But also, right, I think that Donald Jesus Trump is going to not only bring this country forward, right? He is going to put forth policies that will help businesses, right? And if your businesses fail under Trump's, that's probably because your business just wasn't as good as one of Trump's businesses. So you should probably do something like what Trump is doing with he just honestly think of anything that he's doing and don't forget like the casino and all that stuff. That was that was an accident. So, and not his fault that they went under. So, anyways, that's why I'm voting for Trump.
Okay, Mr.
Good to see you, Mr.
1000.
Thomas.
Yeah, Mr. 1000. What say you to Mr. Thomas?
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah, he's correct. The airport thing was a total mistake. It wasn't his fault. He did succeed in Cologne though. His cologne sold out. Sold millions. Let's see. His fresh spring water? Oh my gosh, I drink that every day. Let's see what else. His cancer for kids donation. Yes, he did great with that. Oh my gosh. Oh God, it's good. Tell Trump yes.
I also donated cancer to kids. They sent him back.
Okay, so yeah, you really think all them business did good? Okay, so first of all, Trump stole from them kids, them cancer from kids. Millions. He stole millions from them. He laundered it. His cologne business only lasted maybe a few months. He also had what else? A board game business that tanked within a few months. Then he got on Apprentice and tried to bring the board game back, and it only lasted about 2 weeks in stores. It tanked. They sent it back to him. He also the Poland spring water thing. It wasn't Poland Spring. It wasn't natural spring water. It was tap water from Pennsylvania. So yeah, he's a great businessman. Yes, great businessman. Also, his Trump towels, most of them are not owned by him. They're owned by other people, and his name is just rented and put on it. So no, he's not a great businessman. Let's see what else. Oh gosh. Oh, his tax on tariffs. Oh my gosh, that was a great plan. It put
The tariffs are a good
it
plan,
put
though.
thousands of farmers out of business.
Okay, hold on one
Oh,
second. Hold on one
okay.
second, Mr. 1000, because Mr. Thomas said that tariffs is actually a good plan. So I want to hear why Mr. Thomas would say that tariffs is a good plan.
Oh, okay. I know why it's a good plan, right? So, you know how gravity works, right?
Yeah.
Right, things go down.
Mm-hmm.
And you've heard of trickling, right?
Yeah, I have.
Right, okay. So, have you heard of economics?
Yeah, I've heard of economics as well, Mr. Thomas.
All right, so you already know everything you need to know about trickle down. So, about trickle down economics. And basically, essentially, what his tariffs are going to do is they're going to make China pay America a bunch of money, and they're going to send planes with a bunch of money. It's going to drop down, trickle, if you will, and the poor people will be able to pick it up.
Yo, this got to be a troll.
And then they'll become and then they'll become the new rich people, and then they're gonna have to give all their money to the new poor people, which were the previous rich people. And it recycles, goes back and forth, and it's like a trickle down economics, kind of like an economic water cycle, but with money.
Okay, cool.
Mr. Thomas, you
hold
gotta
on,
be
hold on.
for real. Like, just be for real.
Hold on. Who?
I'm gonna while you're woo sign, I'm gonna thank Jamie for the $25 cash app. To thank you for educating these uneducated Trump supporters. I can't do nothing with Mr. Thomas.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Yeah,
I can't do nothing with him.
Corey, would
He
you
old, stuck in his ways.
Corey, would you like to say anything to Mr. Thomas?
I don't even know where to start. I'm a Christian, sort of. I used to be a Christian. I am now a person of faith because Christianity has been taken over by people like that that believe that a rapist, fascist, wannabe Hitler is Jesus, and that trickle-down economics works, despite all of the
other
evidence
stuff
we have that it doesn't.
is bad. I agree. The other
I'm going
stuff
to
is
use my
bad.
monthly kick. Can we make him go away?
We can't make Mr.
We
Thomas
don't have
go
another
away.
one?
No.
Mr. Thomas
not
is
yet.
like our resident.
Mr. Thomas. So yeah, we can't kick Mr. Thomas. Not
gonna happen.
But so let's hold on one second, Corey. Mr. Thomas. So Corey is a Christian. And Corey is still voting for Kamala Harris, but you
No. What she said is that she was a Christian. Now she's just religious or whatever she said. As a biological Christian, I take offense. It's not, don't cosplay, okay? My religion is not your costume, okay? And on top of that, right, you mentioned fascism. Can you even tell me why fascism is inherently wrong? Do you even know?
Corey, that question is for you.
Okay, so no, I'm not a Christian anymore because people like you have taken it over and have turned Christianity into something that's dirty. I believe in a God that loves everybody. I believe in a God that cares about everybody and wants to see everybody prosper and do well in life. you believe in a God that hates people, and you just asked me why fascism is inherently wrong. I I cannot I can't dignify that with a response. I don't think.
Right, because you can't think of anything. But hey, somebody said, oh, biological
I
Christian.
can.
Yes, Catholic on my mama's side, Baptist on my daddy's side. Listen, I think that you might not understand the big picture. Now, I'll give you that, that grace because you're just a woman. But I think that.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to
walk you
stop you
through
there.
it.
I am just a woman, and I'm going to tell you what I am as just a woman. I am a single mother to a 3-year-old child. Okay, I just bought my own house. I am an assistant. I am 26 years old, and I am an assistant director at an agency that provides services for adults with developmental disabilities. I have worked since I was 15 years old, and I, again, just bought my own house as a single mom. Okay, so you can take your whole just a woman shit and shove it up your butt, because I am more than just a woman. I'm a badass woman.
I know that's right, Corey.
Okay.
Wait, can I
So
just
you
pause
can.
for
Yeah,
one
I was just
second?
about to
Oh my
say.
God.
Hold on. We was about to do. Okay. Hold on.
I was getting so
Okay.
mad.
For the reason why I said no, we cannot kick Mr. Thomas, and the reason why I have given Mr. Thomas that much leeway is because Mr. Thomas is one of our own.
The amount of
absolute
weight
best.
that just lifted off my chest. You have no idea.
Mr.
No,
1000,
listen,
Mr.
I'm
1000, you was fighting for your life, wasn't you?
No, I had a feeling because I looked at the page. I always look at the page when I see a Trump supporter. I wasn't sure.
Shit.
But then when she said Jesus was a Republican,
Oh, you know how many times I had to go on mute?
Listen, he was. If you look it up, I seen it. It was on the Facebook. His voting records was leaked.
Yeah.
Somebody found them.
Listen.
Who was in on this?
Mr. Thomas.
Hold on, let's do this real quick, guys. Can we please, because when I say, if you enjoyed the information, the education, the entertainment, I mean that. So, guys, massive W's in the chat for Mr. Thomas, but please, let's blow up Mr. Thomas' gift. And also, is your pay links in your bio?
I have my Cash App.
Okay, perfect. So let's gift Mr. Thomas, and then also the Cash App is in the bio. If you guys want to send a tip, please make sure that you're following the Mr. Thomas account. There's a whole Mr. Thomas universe. Let's please just show a lot of love, because you know what? I know that, especially getting closer and closer to the election, things are so serious, things are so tense. It can be like a real thing, right? But it's okay to take a breath. It's okay to laugh. It's okay to, just have a moment. And I know that was an extreme case, and I know everybody was a little bit like, what is happening? But Mr. Thomas is the best. So please give Mr. Thomas. Please go check out the pay links, all this other stuff. Please. Oh, you had people tight.
Yeah, it'd be so funny because people in the comments are like, "Is this satire?"
Yeah.
I thought, why can't we drop him?
Yeah, Corey said, "I'm gonna use my monthly drop."
Yeah, and I have to sit here and be like, "Oh my God, Mr. Thomas!" While literally dying from laughter on the inside.
No,
because Mr. Thomas, you are like the funniest person. On
when you said Donald Jesus Trump,
I'm not gonna lie,
I lost it.
I had to message Chris because Mr. Thomas said something. I cannot remember what Mr. Thomas said, but Chris made a comment in the chat, and I was like, I had to mess like, hey, it's satire, bro. Calm down.
Oh yeah, no, I was like the Jesus and Republican comment.
Yeah. No. When Mr. Thomas said Corey's just a woman, the chat lost their mind.
Yeah, that really.
Oh my God!
I love that though. I love that. I love to know that chat is gonna.
I lost
take
my
that
mind.
shit.
Oh, they were losing it. Okay, guys, one more time, please give Mr. Thomas. Make sure you're following Mr. Thomas. Thank you so much. Taisha. You're always welcome here. I appreciate you so much every time you come in.
Thank you. All right, I'll drop to make some space.
Love you,
Hey,
sis.
don't forget everybody
Not
to
yet,
read your
not yet.
Bibles, stop being liberals. Amen.
Hey man.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my god. Oh, listen. That was the palate cleanser that I needed, especially after the whole Kevin thing. Right? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Chris, you okay?
Oh no, I'm busy doing some day trading, and I'm just frustrated because of that. So don't
Okay,
worry about
okay,
that.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
no. I'm kind of mad about something else right now.
Got it. All right, guys. So let me go ahead and get this off, and we'll get back to the actual real conversation. So yeah, if we do have another actual Trump supporter that wants to come up and join the conversation, please go ahead and request up. W's in the chat for Stacy. Oh, thank you for the crown. W's in the chat for Stacy, who added $35 to the nightly donation goal. W's in the chat for Honey Heart Bear, who added $5 to the nightly donation goal, saying sending love again. You're really building something beautiful. Thank you for your work and your emotional labor. Listen, Honey Heart Bear, hope you still feel that way after Mr. Thomas. And W's in the chat for Alex, who added $3 to the nightly donation goal and said, I was worried about Mr. Thomas, and sent knife emojis. And W's in the chat for Corey, who said, you trolled me. Yeah. Oh, I knew. Listen, I specifically sent Mr. Thomas after both you and Mr. 1000 specifically. I just want to let people know that there's no way in the world we would have let somebody who was actually doing that. There's no way that I would have. There's no way that Erica would have. And at the very least, Javon would have jumped through the screen and took us all out, because there's no way. So
Yeah.
but, yeah.
I'm very well acquainted with Mr. Thomas, so I know.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
y'all. I was supposed to end on it.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this real quick. Fly Jordan. Who are you voting for in this in this upcoming election, and what's the biggest reason why?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I am definitely voting for Trump this next election. I'm like, I just joined. I don't know the vibes in this, but I was a liberal. Like, I was a hardcore liberal, and I feel like a lot of Trump supporters are, and liberals don't know that. Like, they have the perception of what's his face that was just on of a lot of Trump supporters, and that's just not accurate. Like, there's so many things that like go into what made me shift, and like honestly there's so many, but like I would say, I mean, like, so many different parts of government, the FBI, the CIA, the internal government has time and time again had very major scandals that can't be overlooked. That show that like they're very much infiltrated, and like
hold on, Fly Jordan. Yeah, because let me give you the tone. I just wanted your top reason, because this is a panel discussion. We're gonna come back to you, but I appreciate that. So we will get to that. I'll let you have that overarching conversation. But real quick, what year were you born?
I'm 20, 2004.
2004. Okay. All right.
Yeah, and also the main thing is God.
No. Okay.
Like, that's the main.
Jeebus,
like,
I got it. Perfect.
Yeah.
Go back on mute for me just a moment. Night Train, how are you this evening, my friend?
What's going on, fellas, ladies?
Night Train, I appreciate you sitting through all of that. I know that you. I think I sent you a request to come up. Because I know you was getting kind of active in the chat, and I know who you are. But can you tell the people who you are and who you're voting for in this upcoming election?
How y'all doing? So, I am a military active duty member. I retire in like 2 days. So, at the end of this month.
Congratulations.
So, I appreciate it. Done, sir, done. And I support MVP, Madam Vice President, and pretty much this blue ticket all the way down, especially in Texas where I'm at right now. So that's where I stand.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that I originally brought you up for another reason, and I think the panel might have cycled from that point, but we'll go ahead and keep you here, and we'll be able to have these conversations. Guys, so I'm looking for one other person who is voting for Donald Trump, one other person who's voting for Donald Trump to actually balance out this panel a little bit. So if you are interested in coming up on the panel and having a conversation, please go ahead and request up. Please go ahead and request up if you are interested in speaking on why you're voting for Donald Trump. Hey, Night Train, thank you for your service. And Hawk wants to know what branch.
I'm a combat engineer in the United States Marine Corps. Aya.
All right. Thank you. All right. So let's do this. I see there's a couple of people. Let's see. Is that Mr. International?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Good evening, guys.
Good evening, Mr. International. And are you voting for Trump in this upcoming election?
I am not. No, I'm voting for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. And the reason why is because, listen, I moved here a number of years ago from the UK, and I believe in democracy. This is the only way forward. I mean, anybody that doesn't believe that Kamala Harris is not the way to go, then listen, I respect your views. That's your choice, but the choice is very clear: common sense and a vision for the country.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I appreciate it, but I'm sorry. As of right now, you can request up. I just was looking for one more Trump supporter, so I'm going to drop you down just for now, my friend. Okay.
I appreciate that. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. Guys, if you are in the queue and you are not voting for Trump, please just drop for me now. I'm just looking for one other Trump supporter to add to the panel. Jamie, W's in the chat for Jamie for subscribing. Let's see here. Hey, Q.
Hi, how you doing?
Wonderful. Q, are you voting for Trump in this upcoming election?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and what's the biggest reason why?
The biggest reason for me, well, the two biggest reasons are I was an RFK supporter and now he's endorsing Trump, but I had to find a reason to actually like Trump because I don't like him. And the reason that I found was him busting child rings.
Okay. Perfect. Go on mute for me just a moment. All right. So let's do this because I know who I would like to have this conversation. But so Jordan, Fly Jordan, I know you said one of the bigger reasons why you're supporting Trump is because of God, and I wanted you to be able to expand on that a little bit. So Corey or Mr. 1000, I don't know if either one of you want to have this conversation. I know Chris can have the conversation, but I wanted to give one of you two the right for refusal first. Hey, welcome Pickles Raid. So would either one of you like to have this conversation with Fly Jordan, or do we want to pass it to Chris?
Sure, if Chris don't want it, I'll take it. I mean, if Corey don't want it, I'll take it.
I'm also happy to. I was going to say if Chris wants to jump in and save me if I'm struggling with arguments.
Okay, so let's
ladies first, always. Ladies first.
Yeah, let's do this. So, Fly Jordan, can you explain to Corey what is the basis of you supporting Donald Trump as far as your religious beliefs?
Yeah, so I'm Catholic. I was raised Catholic and then I was atheist and then I'm back to Catholic again. I think that Catholicism is very historic. It has a long history with stuff that I just truly believe in. And I feel like I understand that Kamala Harris really tries to push this I'm just gonna say Harris really tries to push this version of religion of Christianity that is not on par with Catholicism. So I don't really understand what she believes in. I think she drops a lot of pastor this, pastor that. I grew up with the pastor, but like it doesn't show like in her actions. And I know for a fact that Donald Trump is very supportive of Catholicism, Christianity, and he doesn't have to perform and like put on a show to really like try to get Christian voters to vote for him. And also
Mm.
like America was founded in Christianity. Like
That's
we
not
were
true.
founded in. Okay, I'm like I maybe there's some Freemasonry in there, but I feel like
No. So, and the only reason I
uh-huh.
threw that in is just to make sure that we didn't get hit for misinformation. America was born on. I'm sorry, America was founded on freedom of religious persecution, not based off of one specific religion. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, so
Yeah, because
I
most of
think
the
I
founding fathers were deists.
Yes, they were. You're absolutely right. Thank you.
yeah, so I'm like I'm as I mean Christianity, that's what makes Christianity different than Islam is like the fact that Christianity is really in its foundations non-judgmental. Like it's not this one strict
Can
like
I
version of it. But
can I
I
address that
yes,
specifically?
absolutely.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Corey. Ooh, the floor is yours.
So, as I stated previously when I was being trolled, thank you. Um, I'm a person of faith. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe in the teachings of Jesus Christ specifically, which are non-judgmental. However, that said, Christians as a whole are the most judgmental people. It is why I specifically will not and do not identify as Christian, because I refuse to put myself or align myself with people that treat gay people, and I'm part of the queer community. So
Me too.
being somebody who most Christians hate. I have family who absolutely hate me. I have people who, my daughter's family hates me because of who I am, because I refuse to participate in the hatred that the MAGA Christians push, because it is hateful and it is judgmental. You guys,
See, okay.
it's such a it's to
I
the point where no, I'm
Hold on
gonna
one second,
finish
Fly
talking.
Jordan. Hold on one second.
Yeah, let her finish.
My best friend went to a Christian high school and was bullied so bad that he attempted to, what is the TikTok safe?
Unalive.
Attempted to unalive himself multiple times as a result of the bullying from not
Myself.
only the students but the teachers. And he didn't, and his parents were Catholic. I'm not saying that it is wrong to believe in what you believe in. I have continued to believe what I believe in. I just refuse to align myself or allow that to push or allow that to sway how I vote, because my beliefs are not going to be yours. I personally am pro-life. That's why I have a 3-year-old daughter. I swore up and down I didn't want kids. I never wanted to be pregnant. However, that was a choice that I made, and I was thankfully had the choice to make. I wouldn't make that choice for somebody else. That's not my place. And voting based on what you believe in religiously is dangerous. It's dangerous for other people, and that's why we have women in this country dying.
Okay, I gotta drop you
I'm
down,
sorry,
Corey. Hold on.
unaliving.
Okay, I gotta drop you down. I gotta drop you down. You can come back up. Request back up. I just gotta drop you down. Mr. 1000, you want to pick up where she was and finish up this portion of the conversation with Fly Jordan?
Yeah, Fly Jordan, you do realize the founding fathers that do not miss religion with politics, right?
I don't think that's like
No,
that's the founding fathers created the government that we live in currently with religion and theology and deism in mind. So
no. If what you think and what they actually said are two different things. That's why it's called facts over feelings. And you also do know Harris is Baptist. She's not Christian. You do know Christianity, Christian,
Chris,
Pentecostal, Muslim, everybody, and Christian nationalists. That's what Trump pushing. Christian nationalists. He's not pushing Christianity.
Exactly.
It's a big difference. Christian nationalist is mostly a big hate group.
I was just about to say, Fly Jordan. That's not a good thing. I know
I
That
you
is
just
a
said
hate
I
exactly.
group.
understand. I understand that that's y'all's view of it. But like
No, no, no. It's
what
not.
Corey was
No,
saying
okay,
earlier, what Corey was saying earlier about like how Christians they're the most judgmental people and they hate. I used to hold that exact same view. I now don't. I don't think they're the most judgmental people. I think the people who are atheists who do not believe in a higher power, I find them to be the most judgmental, hateful, and spiteful people that walk the earth. And so that's really like, and in different ways, like when you hold a certain view to where you think Christian nationalists are this hateful people, in real life they're not.
Okay. Hold on one second. One sec. One quick question for you, then I want to go to Chris. Just a yes or no. Do you think Donald Trump is a Christian?
I mean, I honestly, I think that he's more Jewish than Christian, but it's connected to some sort of religion. I don't think that Kamala Harris believes in God, period, and that's a big issue to me.
Okay, cool. Hold on one second. So, I've never heard anyone say Donald Trump was Jewish, but okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Hold on,
he is.
hold on,
I
hold on
don't
one
think
second,
he
Fly
calls
Jordan.
himself a.
Hold on one
I don't
second.
think he calls himself a Jew, but he has a lot of Jewish ties. Yeah.
Okay. Chris. Yeah.
Okay, so, brother, I am a former Christian apologist that retired, but now you're gonna have to make me come back because this just got personal just a little bit. All right, so one, let's start with the founding fathers and go through all these different arguments. Well, first of all, the founding fathers all have quoted John Locke, 1636, at one point in time, where his model to run a successful government, right, was separating the church and the state, because literally people back then were getting into religious wars every 5 to 10 years. Multiple amount of the founding fathers actually quote from this. They were deist at best. Number one. Number two, you have a lot of nerve, especially when the Bureau of Justice Statistics quote that Christians in the U.S. commit way more T attacks and crimes across the board than atheists do. So that's not backed up. Let me finish, because I quoted my source. The answer is yes. And Christians commit more T attacks than Muslims. Okay, so now let's actually get in the U.S. Don't unmute, right? U.S. Bureau of Criminology. Okay, so now we're going to talk, first of all, Kamala Harris was baptized when she was 7. And since you're Catholic, right, you do affirm to early baptisms. I don't think Trump's gotten baptized before. Not like that matters anyway. So, also, with that being said, Trump is doing, based on policies, bar for bar, Kamala is endorsing more Christian-like policies, not passing policies for rich people. Gospel of Mark, 2 Corinthians 8, right? Give to the poor because Jesus became poor for you. Trump was selling his Trump Bibles, right, for $1,000 per autographed copy to poor people in Alabama. Also, before I go over through this slew of things, because I can honestly go up and down the bracket with this, but I'm not going to, Trump is encouraging dangerous rhetoric in the United States, Christian Zionism, evangelical Christianity, which is increasing the amount of hate crimes against, Arab Americans, Jews, and all these other people. And he's weaponized evangelical Christianity numerous times. January 6th, literally evangelical community with the MAGA hats on and their nonprofits were out there marching around the building, doing the Horn of Jericho, which was an Old Testament story. Trump weaponizes Christianity, all the wrong things about it. And it's funny you mentioned the very last thing, because I'm going to stick up for my Muslim brothers, right? He did a Muslim ban and used his platform for religious persecution. That's a violation of Romans, right? You're supposed to live in peace with everybody. So Trump's policies and his platform is everything but Christian values. And quoting your church father, right, John Chrysostom, you're supposed to be charitable, right? Look out for the poor. Trump doesn't do that. So yeah, I could go to a whole slew and read the whole Bible, but I'm not going to. But I just wanted to let you know that everything you're saying about, you've got a lot of holes in your argument.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a little hard to like. I hear you. I understand where you're coming from. The one thing that I like, I guess the one question I would have for you, like you brought up church and states, like in the beginning of your argument. I just want to ask, like during COVID, when all the lockdowns were
C19,
happening.
C19. Please be
Say 19.
mindful
Okay.
of those friendly words.
Okay, got it. When 19 was happening, if our democracy and our founding, foundations of our government has not been compromised, how, when 19 was happening, churches were shut down? And like I was at a Catholic boarding school during this time. We couldn't go to church during this time, and that I was atheist. I didn't know what was going on. But like this is what I'm saying, like the government shut down churches all across America. So if what you're saying is true and there is a separation of church and state that has not been compromised, why were so many churches not given like basically their independence? Okay, the government orders you to shut down a church. According to your argument, that wouldn't be legal, but during 19 it was, and that's really like a lot of where I'm coming from. A lot happened during COVID.
C19.
19. I'm so sorry. During 19.
Listen. If you say it one more time, I'm gonna have to drop you down, but you can come back up. But just be mindful. Please try to be mindful. C19.
Absolutely, my bad.
Real quick, because I haven't asked this question at all tonight. I really want some fruit, right? I want to grab me some fruit, but my favorite fruit is peaches, but it's not peach season where I am. Guys, in the chat, what is your favorite type of fruit? Like when you want a really healthy snack, what do you guys like to eat? Because I love peaches. What about you guys? You say tomatoes.
Tomato.
Okay.
Really good
guava,
winter fruit is
apple.
kiwi. Kiwi's a good one.
Oh, kiwi is good. Absolutely. Pineapple, strawberries, mangoes. Anybody eat dragon fruit? What are we talking about? Okay.
Dragon fruit has no taste.
Exactly. All right, perfect. So Fly Jordan, go ahead and finish your point, and then I want Corey, or I know you had a question specifically for Chris, so I want Chris to be able to answer your question, but I want Corey to be able to finish her point as well before we have to drop her down.
Yeah, that was really my, because there's so much, that was really just my main question is, and I know I see people in the comments talking about how like churches were online. That's not the point. It wasn't the fundamental. The government did not have the fundamental authority to give any sort of jurisdiction over religious, happenings during that time. And I think that it set a precedent that still is continuing in politics today. That is, one of the many reasons I'm voting for Trump.
Okay. Chris, would you like to respond?
Okay, there's holes all over this argument, right?
Yeah, there
so
is.
first of all, the CDC put together, right, once March 11th, right, of 2020, it wasn't for, first of all, if you've actually read, the separation of church and state in the literal Constitution, you would have gotten your answer. But if you combine it literally with what was happening, right, large groups of people, right, this was a government, right? And there's been many church leaders in the United States that actually agree with this, because this is what's called a communicable disease. So this is not unconstitutional, because this is not religious persecution. People still, right, had the freedom of worshiping. It's just literally the fact that this was to protect people through a communicable disease. So this literally has been debunked time and time again. And you have a lot of nerve talking from the Catholic perspective when you guys still teach in public schools in America, because I am Argentinian, that you guys did not ethnically cleanse me back in the day. But going back to, so like I said, there's some things in Christianity that maybe we need to fix, and Trump bastardizing it is not the answer to that. So with that being said, it is not unconstitutional because it did not go outside the realms of the separation of church and state, because the separation of church and state talks about the church's role not interfering with the government. And you conveniently did not even mention that synagogues got shut down, mosques got shut down. I forgot the name of where the Hindus worship at. It's a very long name. That got shut down.
Yeah,
So
I'm not Jewish and I'm not Muslim.
so hey,
that's why.
Fly. Okay, cool. Well, guess what? Since we weren't founded as a Christian country, and don't get smart with me here, this applies to all religions, right? So, because there is a threat of communicable disease that at one point, don't unmute, that 1.2 million people perished from, including one of my family members, right? This was a protection measure to keep people safe.
Yeah, I just don't think that it's the government's role at any point. Just like you said, it's the church. You know, this precedent was set in specific regard to the church, like being able to control the government. It goes both ways, and
No, it doesn't. Not according to the Constitution.
Hold on.
Hey,
Because
I done
listen,
laid
I
down
feel
and
like we've
everything.
gotten way
I wanna
away
know.
from
Hey,
where
I'm
we were
sorry.
supposed to be.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
sorry.
E.
Yeah.
Go ahead, E.
Yeah, I done laid down and everything. What this got to do with Trump?
I was just
and
about to
Kamala?
say,
I'm
like,
so lost, y'all.
let's bring this all the way back because I mean, technically, Fly Jordan, even if you want to, say we'll take your thought process and the government overreached or whatever with shutting down churches. Like when the churches started to get shut down, it was under Trump. So.
I'm confused.
I just want to like
Hold
explain
Got him.
the
hold
thought.
on, Fly Jordan, because I want to do this. Corey, we had to drop you down earlier. Go ahead and finish your point, and then I'm going to drop you down. But I wanted you to finish up your conversation with Fly Jordan.
Yeah, so like I was saying, women in this country are unaliving because because Trump put people in office specifically for the purpose of overturning Roe v. Wade, which was 100% based on people's religious beliefs. That's not okay. You shouldn't. And just aside from the fact that Trump is so bad of a representation of, like, I don't even know why you would want that man to represent your religion. It doesn't make sense. But my point was that voting in that way it harms people that don't believe the same as you, and other people aren't required to. I think there was more to it than that, but I kind of lost where I was.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Have a good night.
Thank you, Corey. I appreciate you so much. You have a good night.
Thank you for coming up, Corey. Also, Trump isn't Jewish. Trump is no religion.
Yeah.
At best, he's agnostic. And
Yeah.
That's good grief.
That like you just saying that he's not Jewish. It's like, okay.
Jordan,
You need to give us a source.
Yeah, I know.
Thank
I've
you.
literally, like I've heard a lot. I've
Look
heard a
up
lot,
Trump,
but I've never
look
heard
up
that
Trump
one.
Jewish. Look up Trump Jewish, and you will find your source.
have Jewish
The main thing that I just want to.
Nope. So this is what I wanted to actually do. W's in the chat for Tia. Tia added $6 to the nightly donation goal, saying low information in 2024 is crazy. Keep teaching. Thank you so much. Guys, we're up to $131 in our nightly donation goal, meaning we only have $119 left to close out our nightly donation goal. So there's almost 500 of us watching. So if 119 people only send $1, just $1, we can close this out. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all of my pay links are in the bio. It's going to be Santana Speaks 24, Santana Speaks 24. It is the best way to support the live. So if you enjoy the information, the entertainment, education, please consider donating. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. And please, please, please don't forget about Erica, because Erica has been laboring. I have not heard Erica say thank you in a while. We need to make sure we're taking care of Erica. All of her pay links are in her bio. Chris, I know you wanted me to come to you, but I want to get off of this topic for a minute, and I wanted to give Q the floor because Q has not had the opportunity to speak in a while. So Q, thank you so much for being patient. How are you? Oh, Q, I'm going to send you a request to unmute. Hey Q, are you? Oh, there you are. Hey Q.
I'm sorry. Hello.
Yeah. Hey Q, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful. Q, I wanted to give you the floor because you have not had the opportunity to speak. And I would actually like to have you have a conversation with Night Train. So I know that you said that, I can't even, I apologize. I thought I wrote it down, but I didn't. I wanted to give you the opportunity to
She
speak with
gone.
Night Train.
She gone.
Okay. Q, if you're still here, request back up. Q, if you're still here, request back up because I wanted you to be able to have. Oh, there you are. Hopefully, we can get you back up. In the meantime, in between time, hold on one second. Massive, 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 absolutely huge W's in the chat. Thank you so much. W's in the chat for Free, who added $2 to the nightly donation goal. W's in the chat for Chandra, who added $1 to the nightly donation goal. And incredibly insane, humongous W's for Gail, who added $100 to the nightly donation goal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is
Go, Miss
huge.
Gail.
Exactly, guys. So now we are only $24 away from closing out the nightly donation goal. So if you want to help contribute, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links in the bio. It's the best way to support the live. Everything is accepted. Anything is appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Santana Speaks 24. Santana Speaks 24. And again, don't forget about E, because E, is your pay link still working?
Yeah, they work. Wait,
Okay.
you're at 234?
I am
250?
I was at 230. Now I'm at 2. Actually, it is closed out. It is closed out, guys. Massive, massive, massive W's in the chat
awesome.
for Corey and also Tashay. Tashay just sent $16 and Corey added $1. That is it, guys. The nightly donation goal is done. Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Tasha, is
it.
it?
Say it again.
Is that Tasha?
Yeah, that's what I said. Tasha.
You said her name wrong again.
Tasha.
You said Tasha.
I meant Tasha. Tasha, I'm sorry, Tasha. I love you so much, Tasha. I'm sorry. Also, W's in the chat for Candace. Candace said she sent $20 donation. This is the first time tuning in, and I'm so happy to hear that. That means so much to me. Thank you. W's in the chat for Candace. And W's in the chat for Mary. Mary just sent a $2 donation. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Tasha, for the $10 cash app.
Hey.
I appreciate you, love.
Maddie, are you voting for Trump in this upcoming election?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna drop you down for now, my friend.
Is it okay if I say one thing really quick?
Sure, go right ahead.
Yeah, I just thought that an interesting dialogue for me personally is I just think it would be interesting to get people's opinion on the Supreme Court, because I think that's something that's super crucial to this election with what happened with Chevron and as well with Roe v. Wade. They've been making so many very important decisions. I just thought that would be a topic that I would really like to hear.
Yeah, no, listen, we can definitely get into that for sure. Yeah, absolutely, because I know they made a decision this morning about being able to allow Virginia, Erica's old stomping grounds, to continue to do voter purging. All right, so it's a whole thing. The Supreme Court is putting their thumb on this election, and I think there's a lot to be said about it. So we will definitely talk about that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Also, guys, W's in the chat for Mackenzie, who sent another $20 donation, said a little something extra for being awesome. You are way more awesome than I am, and it's not even close.
Hey guys, can we real quick? It's Tasha's birthday.
Oh no,
Can
I
we
know.
get-
Tasha, I told Tasha at the start of the live that she has to come up and we're gonna sing happy birthday to her. So Tasha, I'm hoping that you're gonna stay until the end. But if you are leaving before the end, please let us know and we'll get you up on the panel. But you already agreed to come up so we can sing happy birthday to you.
Hey, shout out to Phil for the $10 Venmo. He said Santana's sleeping on me. He is. He is,
How?
but I'm literally
How?
like sleeping right now, y'all. I'm not gonna kid you. I'm exhausted.
Ain't no way.
That's my camera's off. I'm
Yeah.
exhausted.
Is it Cat, or how do you say your name?
Sorry, that's just my username. My name is Caitlin, though.
Caitlin, how are you this evening, my friend?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. Caitlin, are you voting for Trump in this upcoming election?
No, and I'm really sorry for taking up space, but I did have a question for Fly Jordan.
Okay, really quick.
Because I know that religion is very important, and I'm no longer religious, but I do want to know what fruits of the spirit Fly Jordan thinks that Trump represents.
That's a good question. Okay, I'm gonna drop you down, and I'll let Fly Jordan answer that question. Thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate you.
Thank you, and I'm sorry for taking
No
up the
worries.
space.
You're fine, my friend. I appreciate you. Fly Jordan?
Yeah, I just think that I see an entirely different view of Trump. Like, he's generous, he has a caring spirit. As much as that probably, doesn't make sense to you, because I used to have the same view. Like, I used to have this terrible
Is
view
it
of
just how
Trump.
you talk, or you laughing? Cause ain't no way.
Listen, hold on.
No,
So let me say
I'm dead
this.
serious.
Let me say this. We knew Mr. Thomas. I don't know Fly Jordan. I promise you, this is not that.
I don't know him.
I promise
do
you
not
that
know
is
his
this is
name.
not that. Because I know we had Mr. Thomas here earlier. I'm telling you guys, this is not that. Fly Jordan.
Not know this name.
Are you serious?
I'm so dead serious. This is what I mean. Like, I was once at a point to where I hated Trump. I believed everything that the media told me, that he was just this hateful person. I sat down and I watched interviews. I studied Trump, and throughout his entire life, he has been more than an honorable person.
I'm sorry.
And it's like, it's so crazy, like how much of a different view people have of him, because there's so much to prove, like, how much of an honorable person he is. So like I said, I understand where y'all are coming from, but I just have a completely different view. To answer the other lady's question.
Okay,
cool beans. I want to say shout out to Mackenzie for the $20 Venmo. She said that I'm awesome, and she also enjoyed my live tonight.
Yeah.
And she was here for it. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, can I thank somebody real quick? Wow. Okay, Brian Jordan, thank you for the $70 on Venmo
W's in the chat for Brian Jordan.
Wow, for defending what the gospel actually says and not letting Christians get a bad name in America. Bro, love you, always.
That's fantastic.
Absolutely. Also, W's in the chat for Alex, who sent a $2 donation saying, "Hey Santana, what do you think about Candace Owens being banned from Australia?" Good. Just
Fantastic.
good.
I want to hear from Night Train.
Well, hold on, real quick.
Here,
And
though.
also, W's in the chat for Byron for the $5 donation. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just about to say. And also, I want to check and see. Well, real quick, T, are you voting for Trump in this upcoming election? T, I'm going to send you a request to come off of me. Yep, T, are you voting for Trump in this upcoming election?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna drop you down for now, my friend. We're just looking for one other Trump supporter to join the panel. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so
Guys,
much.
can we? We love you all. We really, really do.
Yep.
Can we please just respect boundaries? We're
Yeah,
looking
guys,
for
if
Trump
you are
supporters at
not
this
voting,
time. Please.
Yep, if you're not voting for Trump, please jump out of the request. If you're not voting for Trump, please jump out of the request. We're just trying to get one other Trump supporter to balance out the panel. Hey, Fashion, are you voting for Trump in this upcoming election?
Yeah, voting for Trump.
Okay, perfect. And what's the biggest reason why?
After the past 4 years, I would say immigration.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much. Go back on mute. Okay, guys. So we're gonna get back into the conversation, but I want to allow Mutane to speak. Hey, Mutane.
Shira. So I was gonna address the goal, but that got cleared out while I was waiting. I was gonna address Tasha's birthday, but that already got addressed. But I do have a really quick question because there's something on our ballot this year that's got me feeling a type of way because I feel like it could blow back in our faces on a federal level. So I'm just curious, how many of y'all in whatever state y'all are in got ranked choice voting on your ballot this year? Has anybody else got that in their state?
Yeah, it was on the ballot this year in Arizona.
You did get it, Erica?
Mm-hmm. It was on the ballot this year.
Really?
Yeah, we got to vote on it.
Rank choice? What do you mean rank choice?
So you get to rank in order of who you want to win the election. So like first choice, second choice, third choice, and whoever doesn't get 50% of the vote, then it goes to your next choice. And for like a state level, I feel like that's great individually, but as long as our entire country is not doing this, I feel like it could have some serious blowback. Like if we were doing that right now, Trump would take the election, period.
You think so?
I absolutely think so. Because there's so many people that want to vote for Jill Stein, and there's so many people like not so many, but you know, enough that are just doing third party just because, even though they know it's a throwaway vote, like it's just gone. But there's plenty of people that are dead set on Trump. So in my opinion, it would just be gone. I think if we were on a federal level and everybody was on us like at the same page, then it could be okay. But I'm worried about losing my state. And it's caused issues with Alaska and Hawaii in the past. So I was just curious how many other states got ranked choice on their ballot this year.
That's
and I'm
interesting.
trying to figure out what I want to do with it because I like where Oregon is right now. It is something I would like to have eventually, but I'm just worried that on a federal level, if the entire country is not in on this, that it can have some serious blowback.
Yeah, no, listen, chat, drop it in the chat if you're, I saw someone said South Carolina, if your state had ranked choice voting on the ballot. I would like to know, or if it didn't, say no and tell me where. Mutang, I thought we were in, so we're a state apart. I thought we were in the same state because I was about to say it wasn't on my ballot, but I'm a little bit north of you, so.
Yeah, I wish I was further north because please, there's so much Triple K activity here. I hate it here.
Ooh, that's not good, Wu-Tang.
Yeah, I'm moving as soon as I can. But that's all I had. I'll pay attention to everybody's feedbacks on the comments and
A
I'll
lot
drop
of
down.
people are saying no, but I'm shocked that some Georgia did. Oh no, it said Georgia did not. That's so interesting. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I talked to Bone about it, and he said it sounds like my gut is where it needs to be. But I was just curious because if it was on a bigger scale, then that's great. But if it's just like a few states, like I'm just so worried that so many states, it's just on a federal level, it's just gonna have some serious blowback. Like state, that's great, that's fine, whatever. But this is for every level, not just on a state level. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Huh.
So, well, I appreciate you giving me the time. I'm gonna drop down. I love y'all.
I appreciate you more.
Talk to you later. All right, don't you talk to
Thank you. Okay, so let's do this because Night Train has been waiting for a while. Night Train, I want to give you the opportunity to speak to Fashion. Because Fashion specifically said that he was voting for Trump on the premise of you said the border and immigration. Was that right, Fashion?
No, immigration. Yeah.
Immigration. All right. So Night Train, I wanted to give you the opportunity to be able to speak real quick. Jim, guys, Jim is in the chat. Jim is one of the mods. And she also has a reason to use the caps. I think I saw Kay said that she was gonna unmute Jim. Jim, we got a few new mods, so they probably didn't know who you were. So you're good. I apologize. Jim is using caps, but it's for a specific reason. So you're good to go, Jim. So I'm sorry, Night Train. The floor is yours to have that conversation with Fashion.
Okay, so that's an interesting point of view. Are you saying that Trump has a better border policy?
I would say so. Yeah. Yes, definitely.
And what would give you that metric?
I think the starting of the wall at least was a start. That's a good direction. I think walls
This,
work. I think
well,
houses. I think walls on our houses work pretty well, and therefore I think walls would help in that. Since Mexico won't do anything about it, right? So
okay, so
something's got to be done.
do you support putting walls on the Canadian border?
Not unless there's a need to. Yeah.
So why not up there, and why only where the brown people are? Just
Well,
a question.
it has nothing to do with color.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Why?
color is not the problem at all. I mean, if Canada was coming in here by the millions, yes, put up walls.
Okay, so do you know what the immigration problem is? Like immigration actual problem.
Yeah, it's that Mexico is so corrupt that their people are fleeing for their lives to come over to our country because it is probably the best country in the entire world. I would argue anybody on that. I don't blame them for doing that. But at the same time, being that there's 30%, roughly 30% Hispanic already in America, it's projected to be 50% in the next 15 to 20 years. Completely disagree with that. And it has nothing to do with Mexicans. I have no problem with Mexicans. And I think Mexican women are some of the most beautiful in the world.
Okay.
Okay. So check me out. So would you say
We're not gonna let him
people
tokenize
overstaying their
Mexican
Yeah,
visa?
women
no,
like that.
I thought
I'm
Night
sorry,
Train
Night
was about to
Train.
go ahead and address it, but E, you got it.
Don't do that, Fashion. Don't tokenize women like that, okay? Don't tokenize Mexican women like that. That is not okay.
Exactly. I mean, you might
You're,
have
you're
your preference or
fetishizing
whatever.
them,
Thank
and
you,
that
E.
had absolutely,
Nothing to do with the
absolutely
I was
conversation
going to
at
address it.
all.
I
I
don't
was
think
trying to
there's
move
anything to
past it.
tokenizing them. I think that's a compliment.
Yeah,
It's not a compliment. We're
It
telling
has.
you it's not.
I'm
Stop.
sorry, E. Go ahead. I apologize, E. That just got me. I'm sorry, E. You got it.
You stop, okay? Don't do that again.
Saying that another human being is beautiful, that's not nice to
Dude,
stop.
don't argue it. I told you to stop, move on.
Yeah, I was trying to save you, brother.
Or what?
That's
You're
I was
just
trying to. I
canceling
was
me
trying
off
to
of the lie? I mean,
help you out, brother.
it's not
Listen,
bad. Very good.
listen, Fashion. One, it had nothing to do with the conversation. Two, it was just super weird for you to throw it in. Three, you don't have to tokenize, fetishize, or
You brought up
fantasize
white.
about certain women
You
in the
brought up
middle of a
color. That had
conversation
nothing.
about a. You were talking about politics. We're not talking about women. Like that. That was complete. What?
See, I know what you really see. Hey, Fashion, I know what you really did there. So when you was really truly demonizing a certain culture, you then said a warm gesture on the back end to kind of soften that blow. But you can read between the lines if you truly understand the information that you're trying to put out. But I digress. I was trying to save you by moving on amicably. If you say that immigration is one of the top issues that you have, and the first thing you go with is, building a wall on the border, which a wall was already there. Let's be clear, it's already a barrier there. All right, but and you don't say anything about the overstaying of a couple of million people in visas. That's not the issue. You think it's a wall? You think a wall would push out people that overstay their visas? You think a wall gonna fix that part?
Fashion. I sent you a request to unmute.
Yeah, brother.
Hey,
A wall ain't
Fashion.
got to do with nothing, bro.
Okay, Fashion. I mean, you want to come off mute and finish up the conversation? There we go.
Yeah, well, sorry about that.
All right. Do you want to
Oh,
reply to what he said about the wall?
Yeah, I was saying, I made the analogy earlier that we have walls in our own homes and it helps keep anybody out. Now, they can still get in if they really want to, break a window, barricade, drive a car through your house. But it's a deterrent.
Understand.
It's a
I
deterrent.
understand the analogy about the house, but what I'm saying is that has nothing to do with nothing. Right now, we're outside the house, like they're here, and they came here legally, and they overstayed their visas.
Yeah, they
How do
have to
you fix
go.
that with a wall, brother?
I don't mind people coming in from other countries, but definitely illegally. But no, you can't have millions and millions come in here. No, that's not right. Do you think Africa would like that? Do you think would like millions of white Americans coming into their
Africa's a
country?
whole ass
Do you
continent.
think China would like that? What would they do?
Oh my God,
Africa's a
Think
whole
about that, right?
ass
no,
continent.
This is allowed in our country
Africa is
because we're a
probably
first
one of the
world
most.
country, guys. The whole
Africa is
reason why
probably
you're
one of
even
the
able to
most
talk like this is because we have rights.
overexerted resource region in the world. Like people been going there, like they've never had to worry about immigration because that crap don't exist. People been coming in Africa for eons.
Nobody's
Get back.
fleeing to Africa.
Okay.
What?
So, whatever.
Okay,
No one's
so
fleeing to
hold on.
This is getting
Hold on.
racist.
It is. It's
not
like
racist.
it's been super
giving
racist.
Sunday
Low-key.
racist.
Okay, hold
definition
on.
of
I
racist.
got it. And I'm gonna give it to Chris. Fashion. Have you been to Africa?
No.
Okay, then you know nothing about Africa. Africa is
That's
made
not
up.
true. That's not true.
Africa.
We can
No,
read and watch
no,
videos.
no, no,
You don't
no,
have to
no,
be
no.
there.
Hey, host is talking now. Africa is an entire continent made up of different countries with different cultures, different
54
terrains,
countries.
beautiful areas. It has a vast amount of wealth, of technology, of information, of education. You know nothing about Africa. So please pick a different talking point that's a lot less racist. Get off of it. Chris, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so as a Latino, I'm just going to go ahead because he said some things that were just not true. One, they're not 40% fashion. Please stop because you've insulted my community. As a Trump supporter, I'm really not surprised. Right? So, what the actual numbers is, because we defeat this with data, right?
First of all,
Fashion,
Trump's soft
stop.
compared to what
Fashion,
needs to
I'm
happen.
talking. Fashion, I'm talking, dude. I had to sit through all
could
this
be a Trump
garbage.
supporter,
I'm not going to because of everything you just said. So be quiet while I educate the audience, right? So one, he made this erroneous number that 40%, right, and climbing exponentially of Latinos in the country, like that would be a bad thing anyway, right? No, it's only 19.5%, and that's according to Statista, the Pew Research Institute, and a bunch of other studies. And a majority of Latinos in the United States, of that population, is actually native born, right? So, like, actually, please don't lie about that. And undocumented migrants commit 4 times less crime than United States citizens. And the 11 border cities, Reynosa, El Paso, McAllen, all these other ones, they're 4.5 times less in crime than places like Houston, Baltimore, Chicago, and all these other places. So, with that being said, you're lying, you are tokenizing a group, and on top of that, walls don't work because in case you didn't listen to what Knife Train says, you cannot build a wall so high that it prevents somebody's visa from expiring of somebody that came here on a plane. And that is one of the biggest forms of that type of migration, is through people's visas expiring.
Again, walls are used as a deterrent. It's not the solve.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Let's do this real quick. Is that No Strategic Woodwind? Is that your username?
Yeah, it's nostalgic woodwind actually.
Nostalgic Woodwind. Nostalgic. How are you this evening?
I'm doing good.
Wonderful, wonderful. Who are you voting for in this upcoming election? What's the biggest reason why?
Well, I can't really vote because I didn't really figure out how to will actually update my registration sooner than later. But if I were to vote, I'd vote for Harris all the way because she and Walt, they're gonna help protect the LGBTQ plus community because as a non-binary person myself, my pronouns are they them. I just feel like everybody, no matter what gender or what sexual orientation are, deserves to have a happy life,
Yeah, no, listen. So I'll say thank you for coming up and thank you for sharing that. We completely agree with that. That's the one thing that we pride ourselves on here as far as being a safe and friendly community. And at the end of the day, people just want to be able to live and be who they are. And so we completely agree. But unfortunately, if you can't vote, then I'm going to have to drop you down. But I definitely
What
appreciate
state
you actually.
are you in?
Ooh, that's a good question. What state are you in?
What state are you in?
I was originally from Alabama, but I moved to Arizona last year.
You live in Arizona?
Is it too late, E?
I think it is too late.
Oh, okay.
Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Okay,
How
we're
old
gonna.
are you, by the way?
Yeah. No strategic woodwind. How old are you?
I'm 25.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Just hang out for 2 seconds. Let me check something, okay? All right. BRB. I told y'all I'm laying down, so I'm not at my laptop. I'll be back.
Yep. Also, Fashion. Hey, Fashion.
Yeah, I'm here, man. Yeah.
This is a pleasure. W's in the chat for Night Train. Night Train used his monthly kick on Fashion to get Fashion up out of the paint.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. So Night Train used the monthly kick. Yeah, guys, we only need one more subscriber to be able to close out our nightly goal as far as subscribers. So if you are interested in getting a monthly kick like Night Train, where you can actually, if someone's talking, Kamala Express said I tried. And you can actually get the person, if you're not enjoying the person on the panel, if they're saying something and you don't want them to be able to have a voice anymore, if you are a subscriber, you get access to that monthly kick. Now, there are some stipulations around it. There has to be someone of the same thought process on the panel as them. And we do have Fly Jordan here, who is also a Trump supporter. So we're good there. And they have to have been on the panel for at least 10 minutes, which he was. So please, if you want to get you one of those monthly kicks, please consider subscribing. It also gets you access to an amazing Discord where we break a lot of information. Hey, Debbie's in the chat. Yes, thank you for becoming a subscriber. Exactly. Also, you know what, guys? I have. I'll say this. I have something interesting happening for election night.
Yay.
And if you are a subscriber and you are in the Discord, I'll tell you tomorrow. I'll tell you what's happening election night. I promise you it's gonna be big. Thank you for the subscription, Jay. So yeah, you get access to the Discord, you get a fast pass to come up on the panel and have a conversation. So yeah, what is that? Holy smokes, what was that? The lovely.
That
was cool.
I want one.
Yeah, so yeah, we are doing something actually really special for election night, which is a week from tonight. I just confirmed today. So yeah, if you want to find out early, one, go ahead and grab yourself a subscription. Two, make sure you're in the Discord. Kay, can you drop a here so they can know where to go to get in the Discord? So Kay will get you access to the Discord. Chris, I know you're a new subscriber, so you're going to want to get into the Discord. Hey, look at the magic guitar. Yeah, we are, listen. You have to be a subscriber to join the Discord. You have to be a subscriber. Being a subscriber gets you access to the Discord, fast pass to get up on the panel, and also a monthly kick. So yeah, if you want to get access to the Discord, you have to become a subscriber. I'll just say this. So we host these nightly panels. I have been hosting brunch with my creators on the weekend with some of our favorite content creators. I have hosted special panels with other creators as well. This is going to be the biggest thing that I've done. It's not even close. Not even close. This is literally the biggest thing that I have done on this app. And I promise you, It's gonna be worth it. So yeah, if you want to find out early, go ahead and grab yourself a subscription and get in the Discord. If you're already a subscriber and you're not in the Discord, get in the Discord. Period, Pooh. All right. Hey, look at the kitty paws. Look at the kitty paws. All right.
At least you make yourself laugh.
Hey, is it okay if I say something real quick?
Yeah, go right ahead. And I think Erica might have gotten that information
I found
for you.
it out.
Yep.
I did.
Okay. Well, I said that, if I were be able to vote here in Arizona, that I'm going to be able to vote for Harris. I think I said that, didn't I?
Yes.
You did.
Okay. Well, anyway, I just feel like, that everybody should be able to live how they live, as long as you're not hurting anybody nor yourself. It doesn't matter what beliefs you have or what sexuality you have or, race, culture, gender orientation, or gender identity. Everybody deserves to live, Jesus didn't really call on, anybody to judge them for who they were, as long as you're not hurting one nor yourself. So that's all I gotta say.
Yep. Nope,
Yeah,
I
fully
completely
agree with
agree.
you.
Perfect. Thank you. And E, did
So-
you have that information for them?
Yeah, so nostalgic. The thing is, the deadline in Arizona was October 7th. So it's just, we're going to have state elections and also the midterms coming up in 2 years. So just, you can go register right now. You won't be able to vote this election, but you will in the next election. And then the one after that and the one after that. So if you need any assistance, are you in Maricopa County, if you don't mind?
Yes, Maricopa County.
You are in Maricopa County. If you need any assistance getting registered, just send me a message. I'll be happy to help you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So we'll if you need it, we'll talk. Okay, love.
All right, thank you.
Perfect.
Of course.
Perfect.
You have a great night.
Yep. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. Okay, so I want to do this because we have Q back. Q, welcome back.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So I just want to acknowledge you real quick, but I know Sarah was waiting to have a conversation with Fly Jordan. Sarah, do you still have what you wanted to say to Fly Jordan?
I do. I feel like religion is in my
Your wheelhouse?
conversation. Yes, absolutely. And as a person who was going to vote for Donald Trump and change their mind, I think that it's a good thing to talk about. My first thing to say is I really think truly that he's really just looking out for himself. He wants Christian votes, but he won't put himself to go. He hasn't gone to a church, I don't think. He's done horrible things and didn't even care that he did it. And I think that that really speaks about his character. And as a Christian myself, I don't even want to say I'm a Christian anymore because I have a lot of family that are very, very, they think that they're better than everyone because they're Christians, and I just don't align that with my values anymore.
Oh, okay. Fly Jordan, would you like to respond to that?
I mean, like, I don't really have too much to say besides, like, I think the main thing is that I just think that this characterization of Trump is wrong. It's false in my view. And so I'm trying to be respectful of the way that y'all view him, but like, I once viewed him that same way and I no longer do. So it's like, I do think he is a Christian man. Like, he lives his life in that sort of way. So it's like, you can kind of spout out what the media has, and I don't want to keep saying the media because of how y'all take that, but like, just how people view him, it's not accurate. So
Can
yeah,
I ask you a question? I'm sorry. Um,
yeah.
he was held civilly. I can't say that word
You
right
got
now.
it civilly.
Civilly liable for a woman. Do you think that is very godly of him?
No, I mean, like I don't. I'm not like a monster. Like I'm not like this, you know, human being with no ethics. But at the same time, it's like I am aware of a lot of different things that I could spout off about Kamala Harris, and I
Kamala.
don't Kamala Harris. Sorry, it's just like I don't. I try my best not to do this judgmental thing. Also, it comes from a place of knowing of how the Justice
Hold on one
Department.
second, Fly. Are you using yours? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, thank God.
I don't know what you mean by that. I just feel like the Justice Department.
Fly.
Yeah, again, guys, what happens is with our subscribers, you get access to a monthly kick, and Kay just used her monthly
Not
kick.
Kay using her kick.
Kay used her monthly kick on Fly Jordan and got Fly Jordan up out of the paint, and there has to be at least one other person on that side in order to use that monthly kick, and we do have Q up here. So Q is still on the panel, so we were able to do that. And it's a shame because we got my friend Andrew up here, and I know Andrew came up because I saw Andrew, I saw you talking in the chat, and I knew you wanted to say something. That's why I brought you in. And Chris had his hand up. I know there was a whole bunch of conversations to be had.
Thank you, Kay.
Whoever kicked him, thanks. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Sarah, I'm sorry that you didn't get to finish your conversation, but that's what happens with the subscribers.
No, it's okay. I just don't like how he thinks that Trump is such an amazing person when there's so much that he has done that has shown us that he is not.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's super interesting. Kay said I'm not listening to BS. Hey, Andrew, check this out. Sarah, that's right there beside you. Sarah was actually originally going to be a Trump voter, and she listened in to a couple of different people, conversations. I think she started over at Parker. She ended up over here, had multiple conversations, and not only ended up switching from being someone who was going to vote for Trump, but she is now casting her vote for Kamala Harris.
What a beautiful story. I love that for you, Sarah.
Right. Listen, Andrew, we're out here doing some real work. We're doing it.
Yeah, I had a question, Santana.
Yeah, hold on one second.
No, my bad.
No, you're good. Someone said, y'all are kicking people out of speaking. I'm out. Listen, Tough Titty said the kitty, but the milk's still good. That's what happens when you're a subscriber. You get those type of perks. So, that's what it is.
Also, sorry to interrupt you, Santana. It's also not talking if everything that they're saying is completely false. Right? What Christian man goes around telling people to grab women by the P word?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't think I know a single one that would follow that logic.
Or selling Bibles to poor people for $1,000.
For $1,000, let alone, just even that sentence in and out of itself, selling Bibles. If this man's not a pastor, he doesn't own a church, he's not a father, and the religious aspect, why does he have a right to sell Bibles?
Yeah.
That's just capitalism, and that's just a business strategy. That's not anything to do with religion.
Yeah, it is. Trump is bae. You've been super patient. I appreciate you. Go ahead and ask your question, and also you can go ahead and start up your conversation. If it's a topic question, I would love to hear you throw it to Q. But you can ask your question, and then also I will let you have the conversation with Q.
No, my whole thing was I was going to mention something to the dude you just kicked, but Trump and his multiple marriages, and he's godly. Like, come on. But no, I know Q a while ago actually started mentioning that Trump found children or something like that. I was wondering if she could elaborate on that because I have a feeling I knew where it was going to be going to.
Sure. So I wouldn't say like Trump himself went out and like found some kids in a random place, but
Thank you, Mackenzie, for
under
gifting
his
us.
administration, he was on this one government website. It says that he signed 9 different orders, but there was a fact check that he actually signed 2. Like I said, I'm not MAGA, but that's just who I'm voting for. So there was a fact check that he actually only signed 2. But either way, 2 or 9, I think that's a win for kids, and I'm down for the kids. So yeah.
Okay, see, that's why I wanted to come to you, because my question is, you say that you care about children, and maybe you do. I'm not questioning that, but you do know Trump has sexualized a 10-year-old and has bragged about walking into the dressing room of Miss America contestants, with that had teens in it, and bragging about seeing them undressed because he can. So, I mean, does he actually care about children?
I can't respond to it because I've never heard it, but go ahead.
No, that was honestly my question I was going to go to that. And because someone has done something good doesn't necessarily make them a all around good person. For every one thing that Trump has done that could be considered good, he's done 1,000 other things to harm so many people. And that's not even mentioning the rally that just happened in New York. The discrimination against black people, the Muslim ban, the constant belittling of anybody that's a female, or any women, or Kamala Harris, how he can't say her name right. Just I don't get it. And I'm sorry, I'm not as articulate as someone as like Chris or Santana, but that's my thing. It's like he's not a good person.
Right. So that's great. And I never said that he was. I was just saying, like, for me, that right there trumps everything else. And of course, I'm a little biased towards American children, but I want what's best for all children in general. But for me, I think that's just a really great thing. And I don't think that makes him a great person, but that's something that I absolutely can get behind.
I would also argue that Trump is also biased towards children, but in another way.
And so are a lot of our politicians. So I get it, right?
But see, that's the thing, though, and that's Santana. Were you about to say something?
Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to speculate on anything that we don't have actual facts about.
Oh no, you know what I meant though with the sexualizing children. That's what I was referring to.
No, I get what you're saying. I just didn't want to do that one.
Oh no, that's fine. I understand. So it's like I lost my train of thought. I'm like Erica. I lose my train of thought.
No worries. W's in the chat. Alex in a $2 donation saying, "Why don't Republicans care about kids in orphanage or the system? They never talk about those kids." Ooh.
Oh, I got it back, if I may. Sorry. I got my train of thought back, if I may, real quick.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay, so what I was going to say was that saying that saying that, okay, no, my problem with MAGAs and my problem with people that support Trump, whenever we bring up something that that's come out about him or anything that he's said, it's always about, oh, what about the things that Biden's done, or all politicians are bad. That doesn't excuse, saying someone else has done something bad doesn't excuse the bad thing that Trump has done. And I don't understand that logic.
I 100% agree, because like I said, I'm not a MAGA. I'm not MAGA, so I completely understand what you're saying. And I can use your same logic to say the other bad things that he did and the nasty words that he said about women does not negate the fact that he has busted child rings. So I could use the same argument.
Where are you getting that information from? Yeah, like you said that earlier, but I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I don't think we verified that actually.
Yeah. Also,
I'd have to get on my. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. You'd have to get what?
I'm laying down right now too, so I'd have to get on my laptop or exit the app for a second.
Go ahead and teacup and see if you can find that. I'm gonna see if I.
There were 2 executive orders targeting specifically human tea. The first was aimed at disbanding transnational criminal organizations. That was in 2017. And then the other one was specifically, targeted towards like online children. I can't say the P word.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. You're
stuff
good. Thank
like that and T. Yeah, and T. So that was more so targeted to kids online, and I think that one was in 2017 or 2018. So like I said, those were just, I'm a mom. Like, those are two things that really matter to me. Like, I think the way I look at things, I'm pro-choice. I'm bisexual. I'm this. I'm that. And in any instance of whatever I'm fighting for, I always like to put kids first. So that's just my take on it.
Yeah.
My question is,
Wait. Hold on 1 second. So, yeah, I found President Donald Trump signs an executive order for combating human trafficking and online child exploitations in the United States. At the White House Summit on Human Trafficking in honor of the 20th anniversary of Trafficking Victims Protection Act of 2000, and this was in January 31st, 2020. Oh, the day after my birthday. I would need to look more into it, but so I at least found what you were talking about specifically. I would like to find out how impactful that was and more about it. But yeah, okay, I was able to find that. Thank you, Q.
I have a question for.
Of course, no problem.
Oh, sorry.
1 second, because we had a couple of people that wanted to talk, and then Trumpus Bay was still finishing up his thought. But so let's do this real quick. Andrew, Chris, then Maddie. Andrew, Chris, then Maddie.
Thank you, Santana. Q, obviously we all care about kids, right? But can you tell me what Mr. Trump plans to do with gun control, since one of the leading injuries in our world is school pew-pewing? I mean, we just saw what happened in Georgia, right? To my knowledge, I don't see him talking about any sort of gun control, gun reform, any kind of gun policies, because let's be honest, all of the people that are voting for him don't want that. So that's why this man probably doesn't plan on doing anything to change what's happening, therefore putting more children's lives in danger. So I'd like to just know how you think voting for the man who doesn't want to address what is arguably one of the biggest issues in our youth is the fact that they can't go to school safe anymore. I'd like to know how you think voting for him is going to make them feel safer about that.
Like I said, my main thing
also, guys,
for a long
pew-pews.
time. Oh, go ahead.
Pew-pews.
Sorry.
Yeah, Andrew, pew-pews. You know this. I'm sorry. Yep, go ahead.
Sorry, Santana.
Yep. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Q. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. No, like I was saying earlier, like one of my personal biggest concerns, I understand everyone has their own major concern. Maybe that's one of yours, and so that's like near and dear to you. It's not near and dear to me. One of my main concerns is the T rings. That's my major concern. So that's what wins me over. The pew-pews, that might be what wins you over, and I completely see your point of view, and I understand. I am a pew-pew owner. And I also understand that, don't get me wrong, yes, there's a lot of different things that cause, I'm trying to use TikTok words, unaliving in the, right. In children, right? But I think that when we try to focus on things like the pew-pews, we tend to forget that chronic illness and I don't know if I could say this, drugs.
Yeah, I know you cannot, so good job for spelling it out.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get the Latin stuff. Those are also huge leading and really scary growing causes of unaliving in children. So I get your plight and I feel you, but it's not my plight.
Got it.
What is Trump going to be doing to combat that, though?
Could you reframe your question?
It's pretty simple. What is Trump going to do to combat children using drugs? Could you say?
Okay, I had to understand what you were saying because I brought up 3 different things, so I didn't know which one you were talking about. Sorry.
Oh, we're talking about the last one.
Right. I think that the biggest thing that we can do right now, I guess pertaining to that.
What is Trump going to do?
Yeah, I'm getting to it. Let me just, finish the little thought, and I got you.
Answer the question.
Answer the
question. Answer the question. I don't feel like doing that tonight. Answer the
Host,
question.
yeah, host. Can I?
Hi,
Can I?
co-host here.
Yeah,
Nice to
so
meet you,
Erica's
America.
the co-host, and I think specifically she wanted to get to the crust of what you were saying. So this is her conversation right now.
Understandably, it's hard to finish a thought. But yes, no. I think the best thing that he could do, which he's already talked about, is closing our border. I think that when we opened our borders, that we got a really high influx of the D word, and I know that from personal experience and seeing what it's doing to my family.
Okay. So your answer was the best thing, or what he's gonna do to help combat rugs, is closing the border.
No, not necessarily that that's the purpose of it. I just think that it will be a big help. Yes.
Okay, so you think it'll be a benefit? Okay. Real quick, Sarah, I'm gonna drop you down, my friend, and then Chris, you have the floor.
Okay, you guys have a great night.
Have a good night, Sarah.
I did want to ask her. I wanted to ask her.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah,
a
that's
few
all you.
things that she mentioned. I'm sorry, Chris. It's a few things that she mentioned. Okay, closing the border isn't going to work. And the reason why closing the border isn't going to work is because it's American citizens who are the main ones who traffic in D-rugs into this country. American citizens. People born and raised here. So American citizens. So that isn't going to work. So that solution falls flat on its face. Also, you mentioned that Trump passed two executive orders to combat child trafficking. However, he didn't put anything into law because you cannot rule by executive order. So, and executive orders don't last always. So it took Biden to actually codify child trafficking protections. And I'm looking at it right here from the Homeland Security's website. President Biden signs legislation that codifies and expands DHS fight against human trafficking. So
I agree with you. He did expand it. I 100% agree with you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not MAGA, like I agree with you.
Your reason for voting for Trump, you mentioned your reason for voting for Trump is because you initially supported RFK. All right, I'm not going to ask you why you supported RFK because he doesn't even believe that autism is real. But how did you go from RFK to Trump?
Yeah. Well, first, I'm like I said, I'm a real big supporter of RFK. I've been following him actually for a very long time, so that was a little bit of misinformation there. Autism is 100% real, and that's very disingenuous, and it's disheartening to the children who suffer from it, including my nephew. But
including my son, because he is a denier.
Right.
I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true.
As,
you must be new here, love.
No, I've been following. I've been following. Y'all weren't talking about you personally.
Yeah, she was saying that he said that, not saying that he. I got what you were saying. She was saying that no, she's not denying autism. She's saying autism is true.
I know she's saying. I'm saying RFK, the person. I don't care about her.
Right, and like I said, I'm a really big follower of RFK, and right, and that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? So that is misinformation. RFK has absolutely acknowledged autism as being real. And he is not an anti-vaxxer, nor am I an anti-vaxxer.
See, that's the problem right there. You don't listen to me, and I'm trying to tell you exactly what she was saying.
Yeah.
She was saying what I was saying was misinformation. It's not misinformation. RFK is an anti-vaxxer. He believes that vaccines cause autism, which is absolutely untrue. And he doesn't believe in the actual science of it all. He does not. So just listen to me when I say what I say.
And listen to me when I say I've been following him for about 3 years. So that's misinformation. To say that would mean, like I said, if I'm a believer and I'm a supporter of RFK, then that would mean I support that, and I don't support that, and I wouldn't follow somebody who I'm completely fully vaxxed. That is an absolute ridiculous thing to say. But as far as RFK goes and how I am able to support Trump, the second reason, I don't know if you had heard when I first got up here. I'm sorry I had to drop because I had a phone call. But other than the T rings, that's like a big thing for me. The second reason was because
Trump, unlike I'm a Democrat, unlike my Democratic Party, welcomed RFK with open arms. And that right there showed me that, wow, maybe Democrats and Republicans in America, maybe we really can come together and we can stop fighting about this stuff. And that really warmed my heart. So that's really why I'm able to go ahead and throw my support to Trump.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna kid you. I stopped listening. You said something about warming your heart. And
That's
how you
completely
can
fine
support
with
him,
me.
and
That,
All right.
I know we're having a back and
Go ahead,
forth, but we
Chris.
can't have a back and forth if you're not
Okay,
listening. So it's okay.
got it. Okay, right. So I am no longer talking to you. I'm addressing your claim. So do not break it up while I, one, dispel a lot of your misinformation. Two, I'm going to show you guys, for the 512 people listening, right? This is the importance of having a very qualified vice president that's been in the Senate before. Watch this. All right, 2015. So what if I were to tell you that Kamala Harris, when she was working in the Senate, did way more to trafficking, right, through actual bills that got passed, by the way, than Trump, that just signed a bunch of executive orders that were never law. So let's go ahead and start going through these. Senator Kamala Harris at the time was influential in passing the Justice for Victims Trafficking Act 2015, the bill that literally, and go on congress.gov for this information, by the way, that strengthened federal efforts to combat human trafficking by providing resources for victims and increasing penalties for traffickers. And it also created a fund to support trafficking victims. The Trafficking Victims Protection Reauthorization Act, right? We have the Enhancing Services for Runaway and Homeless Youth Act, and the SOAR, the Stop, Observe, Ask, and Respond Wellness Act. These are 4 bills, all related to trafficking, that Senator Kamala Harris was an integral part of literally passing. You cannot say the same thing about Donald Trump. And it's funny that you're talking about open arms. Cool. Trump had a majority, right, of the Senate and the House his first 2 years of his presidency, and they all hated him for various reasons. Also, since you want to go about this in bit, poor Senator Tim Scott, the black man that was tokenized by the Republican Party. You talk about love. His own Republican Party was throwing him under the bus, saying that he was only being used to go promote his woke supremacy movement. Some very loving Republican Party that doesn't call divisiveness. And you know what's funny? The grand old the grand old party was what they were called at first. Trump came in there and caused even more divisiveness. So with that being said, we have actual laws that's at the time Senator Kamala Harris, right, passed that disproportionately did better for any trafficking, because your president couldn't even come out with any laws with a majority of the Senate and the House his first 2 years. Nice.
Chef Chris, because all you do is cook.
Yeah, and so one
best
last thing that I want to get to, and it's fact check, and I've been reading about it. So the claim that I was been able to find, and Erica, if you have something else that I have not accessed, but please let me know. RFK claim is that vaccinations cause autism. And so that's something that he's been saying since 2019 with the rollout of the C-19 vaccination. He's been saying that, and that is more than properly been
It was
debunked.
already debunked back in 1998.
Right. So Santana, can I respond to you? Because Chris was saying a lot. As far as that goes, I think that what you're reading is from a third party. So I do encourage you to actually watch what RFK says, because what I've noticed that the media does do is they will take what he says and they'll run with it, and they'll say something that is not what was intended. Like I said, I've been following for about 3 years.
I'm reading off his transcript.
Anyone can type anything. So I do encourage you just to sit for a moment. I know his voice is annoying.
Though. Like I mean.
So I encourage you to actually watch it.
Yeah, but this is on factcheck.org. What? Oh, okay, yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna go with the actual
from the
peer
horse's
review
mouth,
sources.
right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, I'm gonna go with the peer review sources that I've leaned on and I've actually verified before.
Santana.
Yeah,
and I understand it, and I think that's really good for you. But like I said, it's always best to hear it from the horse's mouth, and I'll do a better job of explaining what it was.
So actually, what RFK has stated, he has not said that. Let me use the right terms. He has not said that vax causes autism, because that would mean that nothing else that we are doing genetically or environmentally is causing autism, and that is misinformation. That is incorrect. So he has not said this is what causes autism and that is it. That's not, those words have never left his mouth. What he has stated is that there is a link. And the reason why he thinks there's a link is because he's done individual studies. What he prefers, because he's fully vaxxed, and so are his children as well. He is not anti-vax. What he has stated, though, is that what he would like is for our agencies to do more research and more studies, so that we're having, not that we don't have no vaccines, because that's silly and that's dangerous. But what we do need is safe vaccines. And I think that's his main stance. And like I said, sometimes people will hear what he says and they'll run with it. So I hear you, and I know you trust that source, but I do highly encourage you to just hear it from the horse's mouth. That's all.
For what? For what? For what?
I just explained why. I just explained why.
Listen, the only reason I say that is because there's like RFK is just like Jill Stein to me. Yeah, when I genuinely tell you I don't care about RFK, I don't care about RFK, and the only reason that we're even having this conversation is because my co-host brought up RFK. If it would have been anybody else, I would have immediately shut it down.
Link.
Exactly, and that's what I was saying. If it wasn't for, if it was anybody else, I would have completely shut it down. That's the only. I don't care about RFK. 1 second. Kay, what do you got?
Hey everybody, I know we're getting ready to close up for the evening, but if anyone does need a link to the Discord, if you could please, if you've subscribed, please send me a DM and I will send it to you after the live. I keep seeing messages of please give it to me, please give it to me. I am in the middle of doing multiple things, so if you could just bear with me, I'll get it to you as soon as I can. Also, if we could keep tapping and get up to 350 before we end tonight, I would really, really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, stop moving, Kay. Did you see that?
I have seen it, and I've asked in the chat, but I think everyone's enamored by the misinformation that's coming out of Q's mouth.
Yeah,
so
I am.
Everyone's just sitting here in awe of, a transcript of a speech is out of the horse's mouth. It's just on paper, and he's said it multiple times. I've watched him say it, so I've heard it out of the horse's mouth. And your whole page is not about supporting RFK. It is literally a MAGA page. So please, don't try to come in here and be one thing when you're really not. And if you're for the children, then you're for all the children, and not just, the one section of children that you think Trump cares about, because nothing that he did ever produced legislation that actually went and helped anything, because you can't rule by executive order, like our wonderful and beautiful and mindful, wonderfully bright pink background co-host has pointed out to you already. So I am imploring you to maybe do a little more research and stop promoting this nonsense, because it is misinformation. We're not going to talk about it anymore because we're not going to unprotect the space.
Yeah. Hey, Kay,
thank you so much for that, Kay. I appreciate that.
Don't do it, Q. Please.
Oh no, I just said thank you.
Nope. Kay, did she just piss on her head and try to tell us it was raining?
I believe that is exactly what happened.
Got it. Okay.
100%. And you know what? It's definitely it's deep. I'd get the waders out if I were you, but yes. So.
Okay. So you know what? And Kay, before you go, I have to say this because I have not had the opportunity to address this, but I think a couple of my statements, a couple of things that I've said, including that last, the phrase wasn't very becoming of our space, right, Kay? Because Kay, our space here, we are very mindful.
Ha 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 ha. That's what you get. That's exactly what you get. That's what she laughed.
Kay said, "Gotcha, bitch."
You really tried to set her up for that.
I did. Chris, funny. You wanted to say something?
Chris, we can't hear you, buddy.
Sorry. So the host, it's up to you. I know you said you wanted to move on for this topic, but she completely discarded my argument that I think 500 plus people can learn from, and I do really want to hear her response. How at the time Senator Kamala Harris did more for trafficking through being influential for 4 bills passed than Trump ever did as president. You don't get to just say you said a lot. Address what I said, Q. Don't be like Trump and running from the debate. Senator Kamala Harris.
Could you not yell, please?
No, because you
Thank you.
you
Like, you gotta calm
disrespected me.
down.
No, because you've been spreading misinformation the whole time. You disrespected me by saying, I'm not going to answer that because he said a lot. Well, sorry. It's me and you right now. Address my argument.
I was
Right. So as far as VP Harris goes, that just wasn't the question. That's why I didn't address it, because the question was, why do you like Trump? And I just simply answered the question, and then you went on to talk about Harris, which was not the topic.
Dude,
So I mean
okay.
that I'm not saying that she didn't do those things. That's great and that's wonderful. But I said once my candidate endorsed somebody else, I had to find a reason to like him, because let's be honest, the first time Trump won, I voted for Hillary and I cried. So I had to find a reason to like him, and I answered
I'm
and
sorry, Q. I don't believe anything that
and,
you
and
said.
that's fine. That's perfectly that's
we're
okay
done.
with me.
We're
But
done.
to answer
We're
you,
done.
Chris,
Okay.
that's
No,
my
no, no,
answer.
no, we're done. We're done.
You don't have to like my answer for it to be
wait,
true.
Wait, everybody. Okay, let's do this, because we are very this is a peaceful space. And Tasha, maybe
Tasha.
That's what I said, Tasha.
Tasha, you said Tasha.
I keep saying that.
Tasha.
I keep freaking saying that.
Hey, Tasha.
Hey, guys.
Hey, welcome Parker Raid.
Parker Raid. Yeah,
Tasha,
guys.
Tasha, we are very mindful. We are very cutesy. We are very
Demure.
That is right. That is right.
very demure, very mindful.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we will keep the conversation super respectful, super peaceful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome in, Parker Raid. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. Listen. Since we got a Parker Raid, we're gonna go ahead and do it real quick. It's Tasha's birthday. Let's sing happy birthday to Tasha. Or you know what? Yeah, we're gonna sing happy birthday to Tasha real quick. Q, can you sing happy birthday with us for Tasha?
Oh yeah,
Can I
absolutely,
request,
absolutely.
like,
From
the
Scorpio to
Texas
Scorpio, girl,
Roadhouse
let's
or Applebee's
go.
version?
Hold on one second. Go ahead, Tasha. Can you request what?
That was funny.
I said I need y'all to sing me the Applebee's or Texas Roadhouse version.
Oh, I don't know either one of those.
I don't know
Shay, do you know it?
Applebee's. I don't know that one. I don't know those.
Shay, do you know that one? I don't know that one.
I'm just kidding. You guys can sing traditional happy birthday.
Okay, we're gonna do the black
black version.
Andrew, Maddie, Trump is baking. Y'all keep up with the black version?
I'm not
Tasha
even
black?
gonna try. I recognize my whiteness.
Andrew, I know
I
you can
too
keep up, right?
recognize my whiteness.
I'm pretty sure I could keep up.
Okay. All right. Okay. All three. 1, 2, 3.
Tasha,
Wait, what?
Tasha, are you black?
But we can still. Okay.
No, I'm not.
Hey,
But
I'm a
we
black
can still
culture
say
fan.
okay. Well,
Appreciate the
let's say
invite
the
to the
classic.
family.
Let's sing the Happy birthday
to
Oh, you guys are horrible.
Cha cha cha.
This is so bad.
Cha cha.
Happy birthday.
Cha cha cha.
Happy birthday to you.
Cha cha. Happy birthday,
so
Tasha.
bad.
Y'all keep your day
It being bad is what made it good.
Yeah. Chat, can we get some happy birthdays?
Yes, we have
Happy
1.3 thousand people in here.
To ya.
Oh,
Let's
wow,
go
yeah.
Happy
ahead.
birthday to you.
I don't know who's
Happy
doing that.
birthday.
So wait, Tasia, so is your birthday on
Happy
Halloween or
I
was
want them
it
to
like
stop.
on Wednesday?
No, it's on Halloween as of midnight.
Oh shit! I mean, oh snap! Happy birthday, girl.
That's so awesome. Tasha
Okay,
is one of the most generous people that we like.
Without
One
a
of our
doubt.
most generous viewers.
Amen.
Like she's absolutely amazing. Every night she is gifting. She tips. She's just absolutely amazing. Can we please show Tasha some love, some Santana Gang love, and light up her gifts?
Can we,
please?
yeah,
'Cause she's the
guys, please,
absolute
please,
best.
please take care of Tasha. She's always sending massive gifts. Let's just, please, if you are listening, if you are in the sound of my voice, if you're part of the Parker raid, let's blow up Tasha's
Light her
gift.
up.
Please,
There
it is
we
her
go.
birthday. Money go.
There we go. There we go.
Let's go. Let's go. Light it
All
up.
to Tasha. Light her up, please.
Let's go.
Yes.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, that's good stuff.
Because Tasha, you are the absolute best. Like every single night, my
You
love.
are.
So thank you for all that you do. We
You
appreciate
are.
you so much.
Yeah,
And I hope you have a great birthday and get like a lot of candy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate you guys.
You
I
know-
appreciate the love.
We
And
love
I
you,
appreciate everything, really.
You know what would be the perfect gift for Tasia, Santana? is if you could swear to her that you'll never mispronounce her name ever again.
Oh,
Yeah,
listen. Tasha, you know to blame that on my head and not my heart, right? You know that. Tasha, you know, right? Okay, I'm gonna just take that as a yes. I'm just gonna take
You're
that.
silent.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna I'm just gonna make an assumption because I know what they say, when you make an assumption, whatever, but I'm still just gonna make that assumption.
Keep them coming.
Yeah, listen, guys. I know that we normally we get into a little bit more, but this is what I want to do, right? Just because we're actually at the end of the night, and I know the Parker raid just came in. I appreciate you guys, and if you're part of the Parker raid, if you have not followed me, go ahead and hit that follow button for me real quick because we do these nightly lives every night, late night with Santana's. But so please give me a follow. Give me a follow. Make sure you're following my co-host Erica. Matter of fact, follow everybody on the panel, right?
Matter of fact, follow everybody on.
Tasha, go like you're checking your text message. Go like you're checking your text message. Yeah, follow me. Make sure you follow me. And make sure you follow Erica. We're here every night. We do this all the time. But let's go raid Jessica Simone. We're gonna go from one raid to another one. Let's do it big. Let's do it big. Let's do
real hot girl shit.
Yeah, somebody said let's get it to 40,000 likes. I'd rather do another raid and go raid Jessica Simone. So let's go raid Jessica Simone. There's still like 900 of us in here right now. Everybody, let's do it. Let's get over. Let's go raid Jessica Simone. This is one of my best TikTok friends. I love Jessica Simone. When we get in, say Santana raid and drop a bunch of coconuts and all that good stuff. So let's go raid Jessica Simone. Everybody come off mute. If you haven't done my closing with me, at least just try to keep up. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the love, the taps, all that good stuff. Thank you all. And as always, peace.
Peace.